Inside Bowling TV presents live from Cahokia, Illinois. It's the Holiday Doubles, the premier doubles event. Presented today by Hammer. Nothing hits like a hammer.
People, before you start, just a couple more announcements. Remember, tomorrow, if you do not make the cut and you'd like to go in another tournament, we do have our second chance tournament. We have flyers in the tournament office. It is held at Bel Air Bowl, which is about 15 minutes from here. If you're interested, again, the tournament flyer is in the office, tournament office. Also, if anybody shoots 300 on this squad, remember to go see Santa King. We have presents underneath the Christmas tree. You'll open it up as soon as you pull it. Also, I have a couple guys running around in lime green shirts. They will help you get pinned out of the gutters, or if you have any leg troubles, let them know. And the last thing is just a reminder, we have a massage, Angie here from Spine and Wellness Center. She's in the pro shop. She's giving massages away today. They're $1 for a minute, up to 15 minutes. If you're interested, she'll be here until 4. Okay, bowlers, once you get your arrows up, you're ready. Good luck, good scoring.
Okay, we just heard from Tournament Director Jerry Anderson. The bowlers are ready to get going here for our 2 p.m. qualifying squad. Mike Flanagan here with you from InsideBowling.com. I'm joined in the booth by Lee Boudouris. He's here with me all weekend, bringing you the coverage here at the tournament. Our tournament this year is brought to you by Hammer. Nothing hits like a hammer. And we are through 2 squads of qualifying. We had a squad on Friday where we saw 24 teams compete. And then this morning we brought you full coverage from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. today, where we saw Adam Barta and Liz Johnson take the lead. They are plus 856. They sit up top with Aaron Orange and Alfred Daniel, who we also just saw in the last block. Creep up there to second. Miller and Gottschall as well was at plus 695 on the last block. Billings and Carson at 682. Cleveland and Sweden at 674. The scores are very, very high. On Friday night we had one 300 game, and that was by Kevin Perkey. And then this morning on the 9 o'clock squad, we had a plethora of 300 games bowled by 9 different people, right, Lee?
No,
8 different people.
8 different people. And I have to commend you on your use of the word plethora.
Thank you very much.
That's why you're the best in the business, Mike Flanagan.
So we are here. We are starting out with Star Cam here. It's above up in the stars here. As you can see, these bowlers taken to the lanes. This is the middle bay of the bowling center, lanes 9 through 16 at the 2012 Holiday Doubles Tournament. Also, we have lanes 5 and 6, and we'll go ahead and we'll jet over there right now and take a look and see who we have here.
Who's that guy in the red shirt?
Then Doug Lakey. Bowling with Ben Tubbin, and they're paired up with Tony Yarborough and Brian Menini.
Doug Lakey starts off with a strike. Still considered absent without leave from his job duties here with Inside Bowling, but called into duty to bowl with Ben this afternoon.
Tony Yarborough's been bowling very well.
I haven't seen him bowl in a while.
He was on the winning team of the Team Extreme Shootout here just a month ago, and also has won a couple of events. He won a Southern Missouri Bowlers Tour stop, and I think he won something else down in Springfield. So I know he's been bowling really well, and he's sponsored by Brunswick. If you couldn't tell by the shirt.
I'm not sure that's clear enough.
Also on the squad, we've got Ben Scroggins and Kevin Williams. We've got Tim Garrett and Justin Williams. Tom Hess and Gail Myers Jr. Gail Myers Jr. is actually the all-time average leader at the USBC Open Championships. And Tom Hess, of course, is known for his Masters victory that he had just a couple of years ago. An exempt player on the PBA Tour the last couple of years, and fared pretty well at the World Series of Bowling, just coming up a little short of the World Championship this year. So those two guys will be fun to watch today for sure. Also from 900, from Jet Bowling is Jim Burnett, and we've also got Toby Zellner bowling with him. Eric Hoffman and John Heilig. Thank you. Yarborough and Manini, obviously, who we already mentioned. Brian Rome, Jason Woolham. Jason Woolham has some pink hair for this event, so he'll be coming through. Terry Jones and Bob Marable. Tom Bohannon and Mark Henninger are bowling together. Jason Timmerman and Bobby Bonds. Bobby always bowls well in this house. Liz Johnson just averaged 260 in the last squad. And I could see Bobby Bonds averaging close to 260. They have similar styles. Also on this block, we got David Evans along with Ray Fields, Al Brindley and Derek Matson, Larry Stepp and Brad Miller, Nick Mazzarani and Aaron O'Brien, Mike Wolf, PBA champion from Wolf's Bowling Supply, bowling with Brett Shepard, Jeff Carter, also PBA champion with Mike Peters, Andrew DeCallaway, William Gusco bowling together, Adam Johnson and Andy Stone, Steve Taylor and Eddie Flanagan, Aaron Hayes and Jim Butler are bowling together, Cale Young and Corey Young, John Brown, of course, Jeremy Hunt, you can't forget about him, and Scott Raines and Joe Roseman, another great pairing. That rounds out our field for this particular 2 p.m. qualifying block here at Redbird Lanes in Cahokia. As they're retrieving a deadwood, we'll go check out lanes 19 and 20. Where that's Timmerman bowling with that's Raines and Roseman.
And then on 20 is Eric Hoffman and John Hellige. They are both from Greenville, Illinois, and sporting mustaches for this one.
Hellige, I'm gonna have to write that one down.
He actually owns the, or at least did, the bowling center out in Greenville. They have their, if you're out in Greenville looking for some on New Year's Day, they have a $35 sweeper, 4 different squads. Come to the night squad, you actually get to see me bowl, believe it or not. Don't even have to pay admission.
Well, that's worth the price of that admission. That's funny here in the chat. Welcome into the chat, everyone, by the way, for our 2 p.m. qualifying. In the chat, they said they thought it was Timmerman as well. So it wasn't just me.
There's lots of bald heads at that end of the house, but Timmerman and Bobby are just one pair to your left. Be on 17 and 18. You'll be able to see them. It's Eric in the orange.
Joe Roseman and Jeff Carter bowled the lefty-righty and bowled very, very well here last February that we covered.
It was March.
It was around that time of the year, Lee.
I remember it because I moved that day, so I should remember when I moved.
Gotcha.
You heard anything for the fans out there if they're going to have that again in there or not?
As far as I know, Jerry is, yeah. Here's a look at Joe Roseman. He can strike with the best of them also. Has the flat 7s there. That was a nice little whammy jinx I put on him there.
Here on 18 is Jason Timmerman. So we can get our bowler straight. He's got the front four, Mike.
Oh, yeah?
Make it 5.
So we'll be here with you through this entire block, and then again tonight at 7 o'clock we come back for more continued coverage with 36 teams tonight. We'll be shooing up.
Come on in.
I don't know if lefties are allowed to booth or not.
This is the third separate time we've had 2 lefties.
All right, so joining us here in the booth now, we get the best guests in the business. I always talk about it all the time, but now joining us is Mike Dole. Mike, what's going on, bud?
What's going on, fellas? Just out here watching everybody strike away, trying to get an idea of what's going on for later.
Yeah, you bowled tonight. You got a pretty good partner, don't you? Who you bowling with?
Yeah, Dan Lemish. We decided to get together. I tried to get Dean Richards to fly out, but he's too lazy. So I picked up a righty so he can hook it and carry me to victory today.
Dean was in the chat earlier. It was nice to see Dean. He has always been one of our biggest supporters.
Yeah.
What we've been doing. We kind of miss him.
Yeah, we're trying to get him to come back out to the Midwest. We've been trying to, we had a pro shop open in Cleveland for Cliff Barnes, and we tried to give him a job, and I guess he didn't want to leave. He likes the rain in Seattle, I guess. He didn't want to come back out. But, you know, we'll get him to come back out once in a while.
It appears Brett Cunningham has left the chat until you leave.
Sweet. Good. Go away, Brett.
He asked someone to text him when you leave the booth.
Oh.
I'll make sure and text him 10 minutes before you leave the booth, just to...
Brett loves me. I have money for him, and he didn't want to come bowl because he said he couldn't strike enough. Typical Brett response, right?
We're going to go check in on Brian Manini with his headphones in there. You see Gail Myers over there to the left. I saw Gail Myers down there. I said, a Lucid? Really? You're going to use a Lucid to start today? He's like, oh, yeah, I got 2 of them. Probably going to start with the pin down. Don't be surprised. Well, Gail Myers, I think you should have a different piece in your hand personally.
He's bowling a couple of the stuff in Madison and Milwaukee lately. That seems to be the ball that he's really liked a lot because it's really strong, but it's not burning up in the fronts because Gail likes to get in and twirl a little bit. And you know, we bowled a big doubles tournament in Milwaukee they had a couple weeks ago, and I mean that was the ball that he struck a lot with. So it just could be one of those things that he's real comfortable with it. And on this, it's just about being comfortable and getting lined in.
It's going to be fun to watch Hess and Gail Myers today because, you know, those are a couple of guys that normally prefer bowling on something a little more challenging.
Right.
So if for some reason they were to shoot a 410 or a 420 or a 430,
yeah,
you know, it just bugs them.
Especially with Tom Hess. Tom's a great guy, but he's fun. I mean, he's fun to strike, and he gets a little mad. It's even fun because he's fiery.
Yeah.
But
so they're down on 3 and 4. You can kind of see him off to the left. There's Hess right there, actually.
He's fun to watch when he gets pumped up, though.
Oh, yeah.
That Masters show?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, man. We had a TV in the shop with a bunch of PBA shows on it. Everybody loves watching that Tom Hess show because he goes nuts, and that's what people like to see. And, you know, hopefully shoot some 300s today and get loud and
give away some Christmas presents here. We've still got plenty left.
How many Christmas presents we given away so far?
10.
10? Okay.
There's a handful of them.
Yeah. And what was the over-under set at? 31 and a half? That's 300s? 31 and a half?
That's what Mike said. I'm not sure about that high, but...
Me and Lemish put it at 26 and a half on the way down. Of course, we put the number for top 24 at 600. We're probably looking a little low right now.
I was asked that before we started today, and I said 670, and that's not going to be too far, I don't think.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the scores last night were relatively. I mean, they weren't low by any means, but I mean, there was only one 300, which compared to this morning was. I mean, and the squad this morning was rather loaded with Gotchel and Mark Clark and Derek Sapp and all those guys. So, you know, like I said. There's a lot of talent on this squad. There's a lot of talent tonight too. I mean, and we got 12 more teams in the next squad, so we'll see what happens. Anybody striking in front? We got lots of strikes in front of us. Mr. 899, George Gohagen III. You ever seen that video on YouTube? That's the craziest. I mean,
I can't say that I have actually. No.
There's a video up there, and whoever's video camera I think was more excited than George. Camera's going all over the place. And it's pretty funny to watch. So what do we got overall leading? Johnson and Barta leading?
Yep, they outscored Orange and Daniel by 15. Well, 800 something over.
Liz Johnson bowled phenomenal this afternoon. I mean,
she averaged about 260.
Is that what it was?
Well,
okay.
That might be. We might have that now.
Okay. Yeah, because I knew we were.
There we go.
Okay.
260.8. She carried Adam Barta at 246.
That's okay. I'd be all right with that.
Aaron Orange averaged 259.5.
I actually mentioned, you know, I had seen the team of Jody Wessner and Shannon Plahowski were going to bowl together, and they couldn't come for different reasons. But then I saw Adam Barta and Liz Johnson bowling together, and I just thought for some reason, just knowing the characteristics of this house, no offense to Jody Wessner, but I'd like to see Plahowski with Liz Johnson.
Oh, on this surface, absolutely.
Just because of the way they bowl, Jody. I like Jody's game a little bit more when she's got when the lanes are a little tighter and you got to create a little hook.
Yeah.
And then she has an obvious advantage over Liz and Shannon. But on this particular lane condition in this house on this surface, if I could have seen Plahowski and Liz Johnson together, I think I might have put those two as the favorites.
They might have got to 1,000 over. I mean, Liz gets a little bit of friction, and she can do her A game, which is hard and straight. She was throwing that IQ2 Pearl.
Yeah,
she can do that. I mean, there's not many people in the world that can beat her.
Right.
And Shannon's the same way. I mean, she won the she won the Proprietors Cup, old surface, softer pattern. I mean, she gets out of it better. I mean, there's maybe 5 people in the world that get out of the ball better than Shannon.
And that's no offense to Adam Barta or Jody Wessner, because they're tremendous players. But I would have just liked to have seen that team assembled, just because I think it could have been.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those are the fun teams to watch. When you watch power teams like that, when they get lined in on stuff, they can strike.
Lee, what did Barta average?
Only 246.3.
Right. So here I am, making a case that Shannon should have bowled. It's like, what's wrong with me?
They only average 500 a game. I mean,
right.
If I was Liz, I'd be looking in the bar for a replacement partner. I mean, 246. Oh, we got a front 8 up here in front of us.
Yep. 2 of them, actually. One on 9, one on 14.
Lane 14.
And I black clouded him.
We're good at that up here. Mr. Dole.
Who is that?
I don't know.
I was going to ask you.
Is that Aaron Hayes' partner?
I don't know, but he gets a mitt full of it.
Looks like it's Aaron Hayes' partner, which is Jim Butler.
Okay.
The car guy?
No. Nope.
There's a car dealership around here somewhere. Jim Butler.
Chevrolet.
Yep.
I'll take your word for it. It's weird coming down here now. I haven't been down here except for since the inside bowl, and being down here for 4 years ago to go to around St. Charles. Now I don't know where I am anymore.
Yeah, no kidding. Derek Mattson has the first 9 on lanes 9 and 10.
Green Rhino or Green Rhino? It's a fair question.
Different shades of green rhino? Is that the ball of choice for him?
It's a green rhino.
They're laid out differently, I believe, but they are just 2 old green rhinos.
Strikes a lot with them?
Very much so.
Okay. Like the blue vibe of old?
Yes.
Yes.
Except for me, they're not old.
Oh.
I've still got one. Still in my old bedroom in my parents' house, blank.
I have 3 brand new ones. They're sitting in safety. They're away from me as far as I possibly can. Can't draw them right now as it is, but at some point they're there.
Yep, and there's still one in my bag.
Yeah,
I bring out.
I still have the one from college. I kept around because it just rolled good on everything. So
definitely my favorite ball of all time.
I think we have a bunch of strikes down on 3 and 4. I could be wrong, but from here it looks like.
Well, Aaron O'Brien's got the first 11 too, with the matching name shirt and ball cap. It's on lane 7, Mike.
That's okay, yeah.
Where's Santa at?
Right here. What's your name?
Mike Peters.
All right, let me meet you right over here. We got a 300, Mike.
All right.
At least one.
Who shot 3 bills?
Mike Peters.
Oh, okay, right here. Yeah.
He wanted to make sure he came down and got his present. He ran down here. He didn't even wait for us to find him.
Yeah, no, he's ready to go.
I think we might have something on 3 and 4 too. I don't know. Do we have a camera down there somewhere? I thought there was one earlier. It could be.
So, Mike, that didn't take long. Got 2 300s.
Oh, another one.
First one here is Mike Peters, bowling with Jeff Carter.
Aaron O'Brien just shot one as well.
They're coming in faster. You can write them down.
Yes, sir. It's either got a prize on it or a slip of paper, and the prize is in the back by the tournament office. Got to open it.
He's having more problems opening the
You can do
box
it.
than shooting 300, I think.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're trying to hurt the bowler's hands. Is what we're trying to do.
There you go.
They went all out on these things.
All right, so here we go. We see what's in
won.
the envelope.
Wolf's Bowling Supply T-shirt.
All right, so
you
we
got
won
some of
a
those in the
T-shirt.
tournament office. You can pick them up when you're done.
Thanks, Mike.
Nice game.
All right,
Good
Mike
one.
Peters. Aaron O'Brien as well.
So they're taking re-entries. I heard walking in the door. Did we have a couple cancellations at the end? Or
Well,
is it
and I'm getting ready to post something on Facebook.
All right, if I'm not mistaken, the one time I bowled this tournament, I bowled with you a long time ago, like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, got a present for you for shooting 300. Just pick one out, whatever you want.
2 300s already today.
You didn't shoot 300 with me though.
No, not
Is that
quite.
Tom Hess with a bunch
Yeah.
of them down there?
I have no idea what it is.
Tabletop
I
bowling.
think he had a bunch of them too.
I'm gonna play this all day. I'll go bowl right now.
All right, tabletop bowling for Aaron O'Brien. Tabletop bowling. He won it right there.
Yep, tabletop bowling.
Is that Jason Woolham with the first
Got
9?
a trophy in there and everything, Mike. It's intended for adults only though, so
I don't know. Some of these guys I don't.
Yeah, don't
I
show
really
it to worth.
recognize, but
all right, good ball, keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's the first 10 for Jason Woolham down there. Tom Hess had the first 9. So yeah, scores aplenty early on here. So there's a look at Hess. You can see him on lane 4. Lane number 3 is where Woolham is bowling. He has the first 10.
I think a lot of people are trying to get out the gate early because it seems like the last few games talking to a couple of guys is the transition is.
Yep.
They really slow down. You know, when you watch the scores this morning, those guys were real off to a big start and they slowed down a lot. They're trying to get off to a quick start when they're.
Not going to be 300 for Woolham as he leaves the 2-pin, is it? It's either 2 or 4. Can't see from down here. Lakey shoots 214. Ben Tubbin can shoot 240. It was Yarborough 2, 57.
257.
And Manini has
60? 268 going? These strikes?
Yeah, or 258. One of the
Either way, it's pretty good.
268. You're right. So that's a good start for those guys.
So we were kind of having a conversation with Brad Miller a little bit earlier, talking about the later squad. What do you think the scoring pace was with another 12 teams? Do you think it's going to slow down a little quicker? I mean, obviously it's going to transition a little more with, more bowlers, but
I think that the night block is going to produce quite a few finalists. Actually,
you think you think the scores will be better?
Kind of, just because I think more are going to come off of that squad than any other squad, just because there's more teams in it. I think it's just going to be a little more paced.
Could be, yeah.
But
that does make sense.
Just depends on how you like to bowl. Some people that really bothers.
Plus, if you look at it, just the last game of the last shift, we had 2 550s in front of us.
Yeah.
I think there's fewer teams it's going to help, but
Right.
the higher volume of teams should even it out. I don't see it being any different than any of the other squads.
That makes sense. I mean, you said that the transition might come a little quicker. It might help, might be.
Right. If you're on the wrong side of the lane, like you and I would be, then it's really not going to make too much of a difference.
Hopefully it's the right side of the lane, but there are a lot
the
of
correct side. What about that?
There are a lot of lefties bowling in this tournament, which
like last night there was only 3 of them.
Yeah, but then this one pair over here had 3 on the one pair of the first game.
Right.
So I think somebody in chat's asking when Pete Weber was bowling. Pete Weber bowled this morning. Last night.
He and Eddie kind of had a
struggle a little bit.
Well, it wasn't really a struggle. It was lots of games where they both shoot 230 or 230 and 240. So they really didn't have I don't think they shot 500.
Really? They never had a big game.
No, they just let's find them here. They didn't say they both bad. I mean, they shot 480, 440, 430, 430, 490, 490, 480, 430. I mean, it just kind of...
It just wasn't...
It just went,
Right. I mean, especially in this, we were talking about it earlier. It's like you just can't put too much pressure. I mean, you have to throw the big games, but...
Right, like Pete averaged 232, Eddie averaged 230.
Yeah. I mean, no other day is that a bad day.
Right.
It's just how it works out.
We've got new pairings here.
Mike Wolf in front of us.
And Brett Shepard along with Brian Rome and Jason Woolham.
Got the
see Woolham's hair.
Pink mohawk going.
Pink mohawk, pink shirt. Apparently Brian was supposed to wear a pink shirt and
you missed the memo?
Missed the memo on that one.
That's all right.
He's a good guy. Told Brian he just needs to pretend that like every game like he's down 90. He bowled with us last year and he came down from 90 down 3 times in series points.
My partner was planning on wearing basketball shorts and a white T-shirt today. I told him.
It's Dan Lemish.
I told him, if he could bowl in his moccasins, he would.
What'd you make him wear? His red.
I told him
which Ray Orff shirt is he going to wear? The red one or the blue one?
I don't know what he's wearing. I think he's just got a regular T-shirt on today. But it was funny last night. We were at the casino and we had just drove in from Chicago. We got here about 1:30 about 12:31 in the morning, and the casino says that they wouldn't let Lemish in because they said he looked too drunk. The kid doesn't even drink alcohol, and they wouldn't let him in the casino at Ameristar.
Are you kidding me?
No. So me and Brad are in the casino, and we're like, "Where's Dan?" Because they made him card him. So he calls us, goes, "I can't get in." So me and Brad walk out there, and the cop's like, "I can't let him in. His eyes look droopy." I go, "It's 1 o'clock in the morning. He's probably tired."
Yeah.
And we're talking, going back and forth, and we're like, "Well, we want to talk to a manager. This kid doesn't even drink alcohol." So then the manager comes over and they ask him all these stupid questions, and they finally let him in. But I mean, the one security guard made a big deal out of it. I mean, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. There's like 40 people in line to get in the casino that were all drunker than Dan, and they were all letting him in like no problem. It was so our trip to St. Louis started off pretty funny. So we've been giving Dan a hard time, telling him he shouldn't get too drunk before bowling tonight.
We'll have to talk with him about that, Mike.
Yeah,
we won't know him.
He's got an alcohol problem.
It's like when we were out to To dinner the night before the Peterson in Chicago, Father John got carded.
That's pretty awesome.
Come on now.
Some places are really weird with that. Like, some places have to card you no matter what, just to cover themselves. But
They just didn't know who they were dealing with, that's all.
it's Father. I mean, how do you not know Father John? I mean, tell you what, that's one guy that I'd want on my team on something that you need a strike. Father John gets
That's
it.
it.
I mean, it's nothing flashy. It's nice and simple. But he can strike. He strikes on everything. I mean, he bowled well at the last, the 11th frame too, didn't he? Didn't he bowl well?
Finished third, made
Bowled really
like
well.
$1,000 check or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of those guys that's like Walter. Like, you watch him bowl and you're like, I'll bowl him for some money, and then he takes all your money.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people that have actually, in the St. Louis area, thought that if John would have taken up his career in bowling more so than devoting his life to God and all the great things that he's done with that he could have possibly won a couple of PBA titles.
You know, it's one of those things. It's such a hard. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, nowadays, I mean, it's easy for some people to say, you know what, it's hard to go out on the PBA tour. It's you know, there's 15 tournaments a year. It's hard to throw away an income for 15 tournaments a year. I mean, back then, I mean, there were 40 tournaments a year. You bowled bad one week. I mean,
So what? Come back next week.
exactly.
You're good.
The World Series is hard. I mean, you hear, listen to all those guys. If your ball doesn't match up at South Point on any of those patterns, I mean, there's not going to match up on any of them. It's just, you know, it's hard out there. And all the guys that go out there and do it, I mean, Jesse Buss helps me in the pro shop, and he does it for a living. And, you know, I give him all the credit in the world because, I mean, it's hard. It's got to be frustrating, you know, especially some of these guys that are, you know, been out there so long and now they're, you know, fighting to make a living in 16 stops a year. Yeah, a lefty two-hander over here. That's just cheating.
It's Kevin Williams from Springfield, Missouri.
Okay.
So we're in game number 2 of the Saturday 2 p.m. qualifying block. I'm Mike Flanagan from InsideBowling.com, joined by Mike Dole in the booth, and of course Lee Boudouris, who's here with me all weekend. This event is brought to you by Hammer. Nothing hits like a hammer, and these lanes are being hammered quite nicely, and the pins are taking a beating as we continue to see the pace of scoring go up, as we saw earlier today. Adam Barta and Liz Johnson vault themselves to the top of the leaderboard. Liz Johnson averaging over 260, and 9 300 games earlier today, and now we've already had 2 just this opening game of this particular block. I set the over-under at 31.5, Mike Dole. You think that that's a good number? I said it before the tournament.
We had talked. I saw the number on Facebook, and me and Lemish talked on the way down, and we thought the number was going to be somewhere around like 26.5. Especially watching last night where there wasn't that many.
There was one.
There was one. And then I wake up this morning and we're watching it, hanging out, and there was 9 of them this morning. So, and you know what, I mean, we got 2 already. I mean, the numbers, your numbers coming more into play.
It is.
It's, you know, it's just, you know, and this kind of stuff with the talent that's in this building, that's coming in from everywhere, I mean, that number's easily hittable. I mean, and if there's really good pairs and people hit them, I mean,
Here's one for you, Mike. This morning, did anybody have the front 11 and miss?
Yeah. I know there were at least 2 299s.
Oh, I didn't see them.
Liz Johnson had 299
Oh, that's
down
right.
on 1 and 2.
the guy that had 300, didn't he shoot 299?
Yeah, Aaron Orange had 299.
850? 860?
857.
That's a lot.
But still, you're looking at, what, 9 out of 11 on the last ball? That's a little high.
Well, I mean, the patterns like this they give you such a comfort zone that, you know, the arm swing gets loose, and on stuff like this, when your arm swing's loose, you're going to strike a lot. I mean, when Liz started striking, I mean, that arm swing just got loose, and I mean, she crowbarred him. I mean, I'd be scared to see what they did, what her and Adam did in brackets, especially in doubles brackets.
Oh,
Mike Wolf opens up with the first 4. He said he expected his partner, Brett Shepard, to go about 500 over, so all he had to do was go 200 over.
Brett Shepard strikes a lot on everything.
where's Brett Shepard? I don't see the.
He's right there. He's on your live stream.
I guess I could look at it. That's not the purple shirt though.
He's probably that's his Sunday color. Purple has got to be like the Sunday color. I've known Brett for a while. We bowled against each other in college. We actually had a match at collegiate singles where my senior year, where either one of us would have won the match 3-0, and we went to 5 games, and I ended up losing like 260 to 240. We would have won every other match. I mean, it's just one of those things. He just strikes when he gets locked in. He's tough.
Shouldn't be long. We'll be getting a game number 1 update. Bowling Center's starting to fill up nicely. Quite a few people watching.
229 viewers out there on the stream, Mike. It's even higher than the Barda Nation. Adam came in, spiked from 100 to 200 in a hurry. And Adam was telling me most of the people who was watching him actually don't bowl.
Really?
They're just watching him because they're friends with him.
Yeah.
It's cool. That's what we're here for.
When a guy strikes as much as Adam Barda,
it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's absolutely fun to watch. I mean, I don't care if they're easy or they're hard. Watching guys that are striking at will is fun. Like we had the team tournament in Springfield over the summer, and Pete Weber is averaging like 270 his first couple games on the short pattern night,
right.
And I'm in the tournament and he's beating us, and it's just fun to watch him because he's running them out, and just watching guys strike is fun. Sometimes it's fun. So, Mike, what's the estimate at the cut? What are we thinking the number's going to be? So I have something to shoot at for tonight.
All right.
670-ish. I'm sticking with that, Mike.
Just a little housekeeping here, too. If you're watching on the live broadcast, you can go down below. There's a bunch of different tabs down below. There's one called Combined Standings, which is very helpful to see where everybody ranks. So if we're taking the top 24, I'm going to say that 675.
Okay.
No, one lower.
675 is going to be your number, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Dan or Matt, if you heard that, I am not responsible for that.
Oh, Danny's already crying. He's on Facebook crying about something earlier. I love Danny,
No,
but
different Dan. Sweet, not Spink.
oh, Spink. Oh, because he's right underneath, right? Isn't that the number? Isn't that what you were talking about?
No,
I thought they were right under that number. Spink and them are right under that number. The different.
Oh, they're at 664.
Okay, yeah, that was right under his number. Yeah.
Right,
So
because he said
670.
Mike said 675.
Is there another number right under them?
674.
Okay.
And Dan's a good friend of mine, bowls with me on Mondays, and he asked me this morning, what's it going to take? I said 670.
Oh.
So if he's right, and they miss by a pin, I'm in trouble.
Well, I mean, you did your job as a broadcaster. You got the number around the. It's one of those things, but we'll see what happens. I mean,
we have people in the chat wanting to see Gail and Tom, and Gail and Tom are down on lanes 1 and 2, and they're moving to the left. So then they're going to go to 21 and 2. So it's going to be just a couple of games before we get them. But once we do get them, we'll have them for pretty much the rest of the competition. But right now, there are so many strikes happening in this building that it's really hard for us to cover all of it. So what I'm going to do is
let's look at 15, Mike.
I'm going to move over to our star cam here, because on lanes 15 and 16, we have the front 8
as a team
by both bowlers.
What team is that?
It looks like it's Stepp and Brad Miller.
They've never threw a string together, ever.
So what I will do is I will actually do you one better here as we watch them continue to string strikes. Is I have another camera here, our webcam up here in the booth, that I can bring this to you.
Hopefully they keep striking. As long as Pete Weber doesn't walk in the building, Brad will keep striking, because Pete Weber owns Brad's soul.
Really?
Oh, have you not heard the story about the tournament in Springfield?
No.
So we're bowling.
There's Larry Stepp on lane 16.
It was the end of qualifying, and or maybe it might have been Baker. And we're bowling, and Brad's anchoring because he hasn't missed. And
there's the dark cloud right there.
so we can strike out to win by 1, and it's Pete goes up, throws the first one, Brad copies him. Pete throws the second one, Brad copies him. Pete strikes out, Brad gets like 6, and we're like, well, Pete owns your soul. Brad never struck the rest of the day.
Wow.
He never struck the rest of the day, and it was like, so the whole joke, since then is that Pete Weber now owns Brad's soul, and we remind him constantly.
Actually, didn't hear it. I didn't get to watch much of that tournament at all, unfortunately. Forget what I was doing, but
Another good tournament that I hope grows, because that tournament was a lot of fun.
Down here on 19 and 20 also, we've got
Deadwood 16, Larry Stepp not happy, didn't strike.
we've got the first 8, it looks like, for Bob Marable. Bowling with TJ Jones. It's almost like this has turned into 300 watch.
Well, yeah, it is.
Look at Aaron O'Brien's got 19 of the first 20.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Front 9. Brad Miller's throwing the lucid. Maybe it's the ball.
There's a look at Brad on the front 8.
You can't miss his shirt. It's bright.
Matches the wall down there.
It does. You might lose him here in a second when he gets to the wall.
Oh, there he goes.
And yeah. Well, we didn't black cloud Brad yet.
They're working on 579 as a team. Looks like down on 1 and 2, Tom Hess has got like the first 7 or 8 this game.
Black clouded him.
And you black clouded him.
Yep.
Should just get a big
It's
cutout of a black cloud and put it over us.
He leaves the 4-8.
It's so, in watching this, it's like when guys like that miss, like he's got the front 7 and he's shaking his head that he missed because he knows he shouldn't have, because he's locked in, and it's one of those things that you just have to control that on some of the stuff, because if you miss one time, it's bad when you shoot 270 and you feel like you gave 21 pins back,
If you guys are paying attention at home, they updated a ticker. Rome and Woolham have the early lead at 5:30 on this block. Scroggins and Williams at 5:24. Garrett and Williams at 5:20. Fourth is Hayes and Butler at 5:17, and fifth Bohannon and Henninger at 5:17 as well. It's actually tied for fourth. Miller and Stepp sixth at 5:06. So look at all these, tie with Yarborough. I mean, look at all the 500s here.
500 gets you all of
They
ninth
just
place.
keep scrolling across. So there you have it.
While we're waiting for Brad, can we get a quick look what's going on down on the low end there? I see lots of strings going with Shepard and Wolf and Woolham and Rome. Got the scoreboard cam there. Yep, lots of strings. Looks like Rome's got spare strike open 6-bagger. Woolham's got 280 left.
So
Animated he is.
There he goes.
So he's now what, 20 for 21?
He's missed once.
Yeah.
O'Brien's now missed twice. Darn. Don't even know what Mike Peters is doing. He's way down there.
Yeah, that one snuck up on us.
Oh, there's a camera down there. I don't know if we can get Mike Peters and see what he's at, or
We got 19 and 20. He's on 21 and 2.
21, 22. Okay. So, do we have a favorite, do you think? Do you think you have a team that hasn't bowled yet that you think's going to make a big run at it?
I think Go
Hagen.
Hagen
Go Hagen
tonight.
and
Mike Dole.
well, we'll see. Me and George together, that'd be fun.
Oh.
That'd be a lot. That'd be two lefties that like to throw it really hard.
I might have to ditch the booth if you guys bowl together and just watch you guys bowl all night.
You know, I've been asking George to bowl forever, and George he's I called him a PBA superstar the other day because of that regional that he just absolutely destroyed out at the World Series, and some of those, I mean, what he did out there in that regional was unbelievable.
We did Black Cloud Miller, by the way, too.
Yeah, it was 268 for Larry Stepp. Miller's going to be 279 if he fills it up.
Yeah,
Bob Marable on the front 9. 10 in a row for Bob.
540 for Miller and Stepp is still a pretty good second game. So Bob Marable, he strikes a lot.
I think Mike Peters had it right. Shoot 300 while we're not looking. Just kind of sneak it in the back door, so you can.
Peters is bowling with Jeff Carter, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Mr. 261.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about that, though.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Oh, my goodness. Bob really missed left on that
And
shot.
struck.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those records that's like, people criticize it. But you know what? That's great bowling. You're averaging 780 a week. I mean, you got to be doing something right, no matter how easy they are. And if I heard, isn't Mike Ramaclis averaging quite a bit? I heard this year too. Isn't he up there?
I heard that.
I heard he's at like 259 or 260 something. Brett Cunningham was telling me.
Probably.
I've heard that, but that was
Has it been a while?
month or so
Okay.
ago.
Yeah.
It could still be the case. I just don't know.
See, Cunningham says 263, but then there's another numbers that.
Well, he could have shot 730 and could have destroyed his average.
Well, exactly.
Bob
Here we
Marable.
go. 300 for Bob right here. Put it in the books.
Yep.
Bob Marable, 300.
Yeah, I did hear Matson's bowling at a league at Quonset.
Oh, really?
He's averaging 250 something.
Okay.
250 a lot. Looks like somebody on
We have a
his
front-
pair has the front 9. It could be Matson for all we know. It's not Doug Lakey, unfortunately.
Doug Lakely is struggling today.
Looks like
Yeah, that probably is him. It's. Everybody's coming for Christmas. Everybody's excited for the Christmas presents. They're coming looking
yeah,
for it.
they
You don't
get
have to chase them
excited.
down.
what do we got? Is that 268 for Wolf? Shepard's got 278 left.
That's what it looks like.
Every now and then is right. Got Bob Marable.
Wolf might be 250. It looks like he might have 9
Pick.
squared the
We
first
still
ball.
got plenty left. We got some back here, some down in front. Pick what you want.
There's Lee down there with
You only get one, Bob.
Bob.
Now, if you shoot 300 again, you get another one. All right.
How many people
Yes,
do we have
sir.
with multiple 300s? Anybody?
Dean Billings has 2.
The old guy coming through. He still
This could be
throws it good, though,
dangerous,
doesn't he?
boys.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Bob Marable opens up the Nerf
And
gun.
he breaks it. He drops it.
He's got a
He can
Nerf
shoot 300,
gun.
but he can't hold his present.
Oh, that is nice.
He's reading the box.
You got a Nerf gun.
That's right.
And it is he's got front 10.
Shoot balls at people. Just don't shoot them at me.
How hilarious is that?
All right, thank you.
Throwing his teal rhino.
Don't shoot him at Jeremy either. He's my friend.
Okay, so
get in trouble with this thing.
There you go. Good bowling, Bob.
all right, so Derek Matson now out of our camera reach. He's on 7 and 8 actually. We might be able to get him. You might be able to see a glimpse of him here over on lane 7. But Derek Matson has the first 10. He had the first 10 last game as well.
Jason Woolham just shot 268, so he is.
There's Matson off to your right on lane 7. $31.5 is looking like it's there. That's a good line, huh?
Yeah,
I think a lot of money would have came in on under on that.
I think so. I would have taken the under on 31.5. It's just a lot of 300s. It's a lot. But like you said, you look at the talent in the field, and
Derek Mattson looking for 300 on lane 7. You'll see him creep in just a moment.
And 300.
I didn't do it. So that's another 300, Derek Mattson, right?
Yep, that's another one.
Mark that down.
I've never seen this guy strike in bunches before. It's Derek Mattson. Nice game, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, grab something. Whatever. I have no idea. You got some back here too, if you want. Sorry, we dark clouded you back there, Brad. Yeah, we're
Dark
good
clouding
at it.
everybody.
Yeah, we've still seen 15 300s today. We've stopped at least that
the
many.
number's at 15 now, or 14?
For the whole tournament, there's been 15, and we probably stopped 20. J.C. Penney's for Derek.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, let's see what Derek's got.
pretty awesome if you had one of the old T Rhino polos in there for me.
Yeah,
to put
that
on.
would be
I
great.
got a
That'd be pretty
picture
awesome.
frame. A snowman.
Oh, look at this.
There you go.
This is nice. He's got himself a
Come on, Derek, keep it up.
snowman picture frame. That's gonna go real nice on his mantle. Well, you see Tom Hess making the run all the way to the other end of the bowling center. He says, "Forget going by the concourse. I'll just go through the bowlers area."
He'll just run people over.
Yeah. Well, 4 300 games through 2 games here on this block.
Well, if we keep up with the average of 2 a game, you're going to get your number rather quickly.
Yeah, there'll be 16 of them this squad alone if we continue at this pace.
Hey,
Unbelievable.
That'd be. So was 31.5 was just for qualifying? Was that, or was that for the whole weekend?
The whole weekend.
Oh yeah, well 30 for the whole weekend. Yeah, 31.5 was pretty for the whole weekend, especially with lots of games tomorrow, and the field and the the cream of the crop. So it's gonna they're gonna play them all the same probably, or pretty close to it.
Right.
You might have to change your number for Vegas. There are a lot of degenerate bowlers like Brett Cunningham. He's probably trying to get Vegas to bet on it somewhere.
Got some folks in the chat, and according to the chat, Sean Rash is in the chat. He says, "Be nice to Tom Hess." And you know what, Sean? You gotta realize Tom loves to give me trouble when I'm here in the building all the time, setting up. So got to give him the business a little bit back. But this is a great opportunity to talk about a couple of events coming up. There's a Brunswick mini camp that Sean is very involved with coming up on February 17th, 2013.
Sweet.
It's 10 to 5 at Brunswick Zone Carolier. It's in New Jersey, and you can go ahead and sign up for this. You can contact Carolier Lanes or get in touch with the folks over at Brunswick, and basically, they have the greatest PBA bowlers on the tour involved with Sean, and Debbie Stein, also at Brunswick Zone Carolier, is involved with this thing. It's $300 to get in. You get a ball, and it's really a lot of fun. And Hess dropped off these flyers for me to talk about. And also, the Big Brunswick Bowling Camp happens June 21st through the 23rd. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Brunswick Zone XL in Romeoville, Illinois. This is Sean Rash's big deal here. Last year's campers get $50 off tuition this year for each new person that they recruit. And this is just a great Brunswick bowling camp. Have you heard about this, Mike Dole?
Yeah, I've heard about that one. They had one in Chicago last year in Romeoville.
That's this one.
They had one last year
one.
that they had a real big one last year. They had everybody there, and I heard it went real well.
Yeah, it's in June, so make sure you check that out. And
I heard Tom Hess wants to talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah,
at camp, and Kathy wanted us to make sure we mentioned it too.
Yeah, anytime, it's awesome that these guys come out and help all the kids, and they're the future. We need the future to keep growing, and anytime you can help out the future grow, and especially giving some bowling balls in their hands, and it's awesome.
And the Brunswick, the big camp, June 21st to 23rd in Romeoville, just outside of Chicago. They get 4 balls, 2 shirts, breakfast and lunch every day, a coaching manual, videotaping for the first 2 days of camp. You get to go to a baseball game too, Cubs versus the Astros.
Well, is that considered a good game? I mean,
No.
It's the Cubs and the Astros.
Guys, we're trying to promote a clinic here. So anyway, for more information on that, you can also contact Sean Rash.
Just put it in the chat. You can hit him up on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
His email address is on
that?
that flyer too, isn't it? If you want
I'm not going to say that out loud, though. If they
Okay.
want to get in touch with him, you can call the Brunswick Center, too. The Brunswick Center would be happy to sign you up, I'm sure.
And that center at Romeoville is a gorgeous center. They had the Women's U.S. Open there a few years ago, and that center is gorgeous.
The Brunswick zones are definitely nice. So
especially the XLs, because they're...
There you have it. So the Brunswick mini camp and the Brunswick the big camp that I know is very near and dear to Sean's heart. And I know he was up in Alaska. He may still be there, actually. He was doing a youth tournament that he does every year up there. He posted the winners and the finalists and that. If you follow him on Facebook and Twitter, you can get all the details and information about that tournament in Alaska as well. So good to have you with us, Sean. Appreciate it.
Good, these guys like that. Sean having his tournament up there. Chris Barnes has his tournament over Thanksgiving down in Texas it's been pretty big down there. It's just good to see you guys giving back and, like I said, helping out the kids, man. I wish we had more stuff like that when I was younger. We had some stuff, but it wasn't anything, like these teen masters tournaments now. They're giving away full college scholarships and.
So according to my sheet here, we had a Jim Butler bowl with Aaron Hayes, but his name is Jeff Butler. So I was just told that. And we have Jeff Butler right here. He's up on lane 19, and he's bowling with Aaron Hayes right here on 19 and 20. Not sure who they're crossing with yet. Oh, it looks like they're crossing with... well, I thought I might have known who it was, but I don't yet. Well, we'll find out in just a moment. And then just to the right of them, too, you'll be able to see Gail Myers and Tom Hess are on the pair just to the right. They're both wearing orange today. I'm sure that they made sure that they matched today on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, where's the turbo shirt at? Normally you don't see Gail without that turbo shirt, him and Wriggles.
Yeah, the black one or the blue one.
Yep. It's almost like that's all they wear, because that's the only time I see them, is they're in their turbo shirts.
I found Brett Shepard's purple shirt. Someone else is wearing it.
Oh, really? Let somebody borrow it?
I guess.
It's
the same shirt.
It doesn't say Wolf Bowling Supply on it, though. Brett's got to rep his employer. Got anything started yet, or still pretty early? Still pretty early.
We've got all kinds of big names here in the crowd, too. We got Chris Schlimmer, Rotogrip brand managers here in the house. He sat in with us last night in the booth for a while.
Jeremy Boyer's here. And more importantly, he's smiling.
Yes, he is. He is
He's
here.
just smiling. Jeremy Boyer.
Got a Marvin Hale sighting.
Yeah, Nathan Moore's in the building.
Yeah, Nathan Moore just trickled
he
in.
bowling tonight?
He bowls
Him and
tonight.
Russ Wilson? Is that who he's
Yep.
bowling at?
Yep.
That's a pretty good team right there.
Oh, Jeff Butler's Brian Graham's brother-in-law. Small world. Jason Couch is not bowling. No, Jason Couch
He
is not
should.
bowling. There's this aura about Jason Couch and these broadcasts for some reason. Like, there's like a YouTube channel, there's like a YouTube video of we're having an event, and like, there's one comment. It says, "Is that Jason Couch in the booth?" And like, it seems like every tournament somebody asks a question about Couch. It's like it's so funny. Like,
He's hilarious. We had him. We had a demo day right after Labor Day, and he came up to work for Ebonite International because he's doing all that stuff, helping out Cliff, and he's just a funny guy. I mean, and he's a good guy for bowling, helping out. He's just funny.
have I seen the YouTube match between Vin Gerard and Belmo? I have, actually, but I couldn't make it through it all. I had to like fast forward around and just see what happened.
Couldn't do it.
You know, Vin Gerard actually beat Belmo the last game.
Really?
It was total pinfall for 3 games. Belmo let him off easy though, but you can go watch it if you want. But I don't know. I like what IAB is doing with all of their videos and that. I mean, they're kicking butt at it. They're doing a great job.
Their
with
video.
it.
Some of their videos are phenomenal.
Oh my goodness, they're very, very good. But that one just, I don't know, for some reason that whole Vin Gerard thing didn't really get me going.
It was just too over the top. I mean, it just seemed, you know, too staged almost. You know, the whole one with Vin Gerard stealing Belmo's bowling ball. I saw that video and I was kind of done after that one. I mean, it would have been good if it wasn't so overplayed, but
Got a request for the Sky Cam in there, Mike. Let's watch Brad Miller. The bright yellow shirt.
I think it's like lime green.
Yellow, lime green. It's bright.
You're gonna black cloud him. He's on the first 3. He's gonna get nervous.
I did apologize to him when I was down there for black clouding him, and said no worries.
Brad always complains that he doesn't strike enough, and he kept rubbing it in. That he shot 840 something the other night.
I think somebody said 846.
846.
And this is Brad Miller's first attempt at this tournament. He did not bowl this morning. Someone in the chat was asking. And we touched briefly earlier on the re-entries. This tournament originally, we opened it up. You know, we added so that there could be another 36 teams, extra teams bowling this year compared to last year. And it ended up filling up, you know, in advance. But with the weather and that, you know, it looks like now we're going to have 1 or 2 spots on the late squad that, you know, we're not going to have a new bowler for. So it looks like there are going to be the opportunity for some people to re-enter, which we want to fill the tournament first. So when we said there wouldn't be any re-entries, that's because the tournament was full. But once the tournament becomes not full anymore, then re-entries go into effect. So just want to clear that up.
Yeah, because somebody didn't. I know whoever.
Oh, good pick there by Doug Lakey for
Whoever
the
bowled
camera.
Valenta bowled this morning because Shea couldn't make it back.
Right.
Correct? Is it he was a re-enter? Do I understand?
Yeah, he bowled with Eric
Correct.
Simkowski. He actually asked me if I had my stuff. I'm like, please find somebody else, but if you need to.
And as long
I'll
as you
show
had
up.
a spot reserved and you were paid in advance and you weren't down with another bowler, you know, if there's a reason like somebody can't make it because of a flight or somebody's injured or something like that were to happen, you know, then that's we let you bowl with
There's got to
somebody.
be. You have to. Why
Yeah.
would you turn? I mean,
Right.
you know, it's not like you're turning away, you know, teams that showed up and you're turning them away for re-entries. I mean, these people had reserved spots. You know, we sent our money in, got the time in before, and you know, if you did whatever Jerry asked you to do, then it's your spot until, you know, you don't show up or.
Brad Miller, first 5.
And I still commit. I mean, this tournament's awesome. I mean, I was trying to tell everybody about how. I mean, this is what bowling needs. They need proprietors like Jerry. That's, you know, they're like, he's like, when I talked to him on the phone to reserve it, you know, he threw in lineage because, you know, he wanted it to be a prize fund to get full, and, you know, snack bar, bracket money, you know, he's still not going to lose money on the weekend, but he wants this tournament to grow, and it's a full field of 108 teams. Where else in the country are you going to find this? I mean, this is awesome. I mean, and there's people from everywhere. I mean, Gohagen's partner's isn't he from California?
Yep.
Isn't George? Yeah.
Yeah, Greg Thompson Jr. Yeah.
I mean, we got a bunch of guys from Chicago. I know a couple of them are bowling down there right now. Bill Gusko's down there bowling. Chicago Bowl of the Year a couple years ago. Hess. Gail's from Madison, Milwaukee area.
I mean, there's been years in this tournament, last 3 or 4 that I've been following it, where Chicago's had one team.
Yeah. No,
and it's been the same team.
Right.
Granted, they're really good.
Right.
But
this is one of those tournaments that I never, when I was here at Lindenwood, didn't have the funds to bowl. And then the last couple years, it's always been the weekend before Christmas. And then the pro shop business,
right.
it's hard to get out. So, and this year it was the week after Christmas, and the junior kids were off. So, shop's in good hands in the part-timer, and come on, watch some bowling, see some friends I haven't seen in a while, and hang out with Mike Flanagan in the booth. And as Dan Lemmer says, carry him all the way till Sunday morning.
Oh, look at Brad. The pin carry in this house is just incredibly weird.
Brad Miller is pointing to me after tripping the world.
So the 300 watch right now is
on full effect.
Yeah, it looks like
we have a front 8 over here.
Tom Bohannon.
Yep.
On lane 16, you'll see the ball traveling down the lane by the Budweiser sign. That's the front 9.
Jeff Carter with the front 4. We had a front 8 down here, which I believe is. It's not Jeremy Knock. I don't know who else is on this pair.
I'll be able to tell you in a moment.
It's not Jeremy or John.
No, it's not one of those, yeah, because Jeremy's on the other lane.
I'm told Madsen's tearing it up down there too. By somebody who's in the building.
I give up. I can't keep up with it anymore. I can't keep up with all these strings. I thought last squad was bad, but it's becoming more and more higher scoring throughout the day.
It's funny, we start talking about Chicago guys, and we have a pair that's on 19 and 20 that people want to see, and it all depends on where the strings are right now. What we got?
Oh my God! You see the leaner right there?
And he points to me.
This is like a Brad Miller.
He's just trying to show off.
Let's see how goofy carry I can get.
He's just showing off. That's all it is. I love Brad. He's great.
Well, we've got Tom Bohannon's going to be up on lane 15 right underneath the Budweiser symbol.
Actually got to cross with Tom at the Southern Missouri tournament down in Crystal City last month.
Okay.
And never met him before. He's just kind of grinded it along and made one huge run to try and make it to the number. And I want to just say, just fell short, but he certainly showed his game the latter half of that one, and
right.
He's got the front 9 here. Brunswick staff member from.
He put that one. That one was no doubter.
So there's 10 for Bohannon under the Budweiser sign.
We have a front 9 on 7 and 8.
Well, it's that guy's partner right there. I just don't know who that guy is.
It's Andy Stone is who has the first 9.
Okay.
All right.
From Bloomington area, Illinois. Jason Woolham is absolutely cracking me up with his animations up on the lanes. Mighty Mouse says they should do one in the middle of the year. Funny you mentioned that. We are in the works of drawing up Christmas in July. The same exact tournament, but in July.
When was this planning on?
July.
Like this year or?
2013.
Okay.
Same tournament, same format, same everything.
There's 11.
July is just a busy year this year. They're putting the U.S. Open and they're moving.
Yeah, we just don't know. That was just a thought we had.
I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great to have more stuff in the summer.
Christmas in July. We just thought it would make sense. We'll put the decorations up and everything.
Yeah.
All right, so Tom Bohannon.
Brad Miller up for the front 8.
I'll go get him his gift.
Nope.
We black clouded him.
He went to the well too many times,
But Andy Stone can still shoot 300, and what I'll do is I'll get you a camera over there. You'll be able to see him. He's on lane 7.
everybody's moving cameras and handing out gifts. Trying to see what we got here. Guy with the front, up with the front 9 with 10. We have another gentleman just stepped up on lane 10. I have no idea who he is, but he's got front 9. So the striking continues. Another front 9 up here, Mike. Or no, maybe not. Oh, 6-3 the first. I'm mistaken.
Got that camera moved a little bit so you can see lane 7. That's Andy Stone, front 10. You'll see him creep into your camera angle here in just a little bit. There he is, big guy. Torque's on it pretty good.
Yeah.
There's front 11, one more, he gets a present. That'll be 2 each game so far to start the day.
We're on pace for that 16.
Could there be 16 300 games this squad?
That'd be pretty, I don't know, that'd be kind of, we're trying to break a record here for the most 300s in a tournament.
I will say that we cover all kinds of different kinds of tournaments.
There are some bowling balls buried in here. You just can't see them.
Hey,
Tom Bohannon, Brunswick staffer, 300 game.
Well, Lee just cut in on us here, but it was not going to be 300
Another
for
U.S.
Andy Stone.
Postal Service box.
298.
So anyway, so down to what Lee's got
Bits
going
of
on
chips
here.
for one flat rate or so, I'm told.
Did you just buy a bunch of flat rate boxes? Is that what you did?
You can get them for free.
Can you? Sweet.
There he goes. He's opening it up. Tom Bohannon.
He's got this big mitt on here. He can't
You got an update?
tell the world what you got.
Stability strikers.
All right.
We'll have those in the tournament office when you're done.
Socks. Comfy socks.
Just hold on to that.
All right, so he got Stability Strike socks. Tom Bohannon wins those.
We have a Game 2 update. Miller and Stepper are leading after 2 at plus 253. We have 2 teams tied at 244 over, which is Rome and Woolham and Garrett and Williams from, is that Mississippi? Olive Branch, Mississippi? Am I reading that right? Olive Branch, Mississippi?
That's what it says.
That's what it says. See, everybody's coming from Mississippi everywhere. Mike Wolf and Brett Shepard are in third at 231 over. Hayes and Butler at 222. And then rounding out top 6 is Tom Hess and Gail Myers at 214 over.
And that, of course, is up top on your Game 2 ticker. You can see those also at home. And down below on your tabs, you can see Game 2 standings are updated. And they are just completing game number 3 now. As Andy Stone, it was 298. 298.
We black clouded him for to keep the 2 a game going. I don't think we have any more going anywhere else to keep the streak going. Oh,
Yeah, 23 and 4.
is that
Mike.
okay?
The bottom left line. Looks like, let's see here.
The only one I know on that pair.
Well,
that's
it's
Tony. Or I know who that is. I don't know who it is.
it looks like it's
That's Tony Yarbrough down there. I don't know if that's
right.
him with it or not.
But,
no, that's not him with it.
I think it's Bobby Bonds. He's going to step up here on 23. He's bowling with Jason Timmerman. Need binoculars up here. We'll see if a strike and a 10 in a row pops up. Well, there's the strike.
Yep.
No, it's
He's not. He's the first bowler then. So it's whoever. So it's his partner then. So then it's Bobby Bonds' partner.
Jerry.
up.
This thing over here is leaking like crazy. Okay. All right. Brad leaves the 2-pin here. He carried a shot just like it not too long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he moved. That was the shot last time he 4-pinned, so he moved off of it.
It's like Brian Manini actually with the front nine. It's on 24.
Well, let's find out.
That's 10 in a row.
Yep.
It's bowling with Tony today.
A couple Brunswick staffers, correct?
Yes, sir.
Brunswick deviate. So our leaders will shoot a little
There's
over.
11.
Leaders are going to shoot a little over 460 for game 3, so a little below pace of what they were on before, but Brad Miller making a ball change in the 10th.
He looks miserable after shooting 259.
Aaron Hayes shoots 248 down on 19 and 20. His partner, Jeff Butler,
Here's
can still shoot 214.
Brian Manini.
Bill
Wrapped
Gusko
at
up on
10,
the camera right now.
299. 299 for Brian Manini down there. Wrapped the corner.
Hey, the gentleman up on 20 won the Chicago Bowl of the Year, I believe 2 years ago. Bill Gusko, young kid. He strikes a lot.
It's a Chicago-sounding name.
It is. Lots of Z's. There's lots of Z's, and I don't know how to pronounce half the names. I try and spell them sometimes, and I just give up.
It's harder to spell them, actually.
Yeah. Guzizzo or. Me and Bill actually last year we made the trip out to the U.S. Open last year, and that was the longest 14 hours in a car to New Jersey. That you ever driven through Pennsylvania?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's the longest stretch of highway there is. I think it takes forever. What do you think about that? I mean, you talked about that at all, about the change to the U.S. Open format?
Not really. I mean, it's such a big change. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Talked about. I just I guess without saying anything, I think my philosophy is if it wasn't broken, why fix it?
Is there a format change to it, or
They moved the tournament to Columbus.
I knew that part.
Now it is 3 different bowling centers. 3 different squads, men and women, are bowling together. The rumor has it is that they're tweaking the pattern which is going to get away from the 1-to-1 flat pattern that the U.S. Open's been known for
a while now.
A while now. I think, it's one of those things, like I said, the scores, Mike Fagan led last year, averaging, I think, like 215, 216, and that's the U.S. Open. That's ideal scoring. You're leading the hardest tournament on the planet at 215. I don't see why you change it. But it's BPA is trying something different. Hopefully it works, and I'll be there. You got to support bowling.
Well, it's because the women's and the men's are being combined now.
Yeah,
that's why all these changes are happening.
Right.
So they don't want the women bowling on that 40-foot flat. The thing that I think is interesting is it's in 3 different houses.
It kind of reminds me of like an adult junior gold almost.
Yeah.
Yep. And and some guys I've talked to like it because there's no burn squad. Some guys hate it, like I said, because you bowl in a certain bowling alley at a certain time of day. It's gonna play different. It's especially in the summer with the weather. It's gonna make a big difference.
So post on InsideBowling.com with some used bowling balls for sale. There's one that's near and dear to our respective hearts.
Oh, the blue vibe.
The whole blue vibe.
I don't know if that was one of Jeff Ussery's or not, but that's one. Whoever it is was the greatest man on earth creating that bowling ball.
Play the rail with it. Could play 4th arrow with it. Didn't really matter.
No, that ball. Yeah, nice little Jeremy Hunt here in front of us and Corey Young. Jeremy doesn't back off of it at all, does he?
No, sir. Apparently, we haven't introduced ourselves in a little while, Mike. It's
I was just about to do that.
Mike Flanagan Lee Boudouris, and between us is Mike Dole from Rockford, Illinois, Columbia staffer, correct?
Sir.
There you go.
Going on like 4 years now. Tell you what, we got some good stuff coming out. We got a brand new ball Enigma coming out January 8th, I believe. Bugsy's doing a great job coming out with some, our new high performance ball. The Enigma looks really good. Made an appearance on one of the shows, I believe, coming up. And then we got another release early February, which is getting a lot of hype because of the World Series, the Vow. Everybody threw that a lot. Getting a lot of hype, and Bugsy's doing a hell of a job down there and trying to get us back to where we belong, But everybody's making good bowling balls nowadays. It's just trying to keep up.
Yep, you're watching continuing coverage of the 2012 Holiday Doubles Tournament. Game number 4 just getting underway now of this 2 p.m. qualifying squad. We'll be back again later tonight for the 7 p.m. squad, which is going to take 36 teams. All these teams are vying for 24 spots for tomorrow, in which then they'll bowl 4 more games and then be dwindled down to a field of 12, while they'll bowl round robin match play with 30 bonus.
It's a long day tomorrow.
It's a longer day today.
Well,
for us.
For you guys. Oh, you guys are. It's a longer day here than it was at the World Series.
Yeah.
Pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had a little bit of a break at the World Series, right? Because there's a few of you in the booth, and
yeah, and there's bigger breaks for the PBA than there is here.
True. Okay.
This is a longer day, but less pressure.
Fair enough. Pretty exciting doing the extra frame stuff.
Yeah, it's great. I like it. I appreciate the opportunity I have to be out there. So it's a lot different than doing this.
Yeah.
But it's good.
I'm sure you can learn a lot of stuff from those guys. Extra frame is, it's great. I think it's one of the best things that they've come up with in the last couple of years because it gives you an opportunity to see stuff you never got to see before.
Yeah, I learned a lot. Jason Thomas, I wish I had a Jason Thomas. I got Brian Burkhardt, and I love Brian Burkhardt for what he's able to do, but Jason Thomas would be a good third guy to our little thing we got going on here.
Oh, absolutely.
And then, Mike J has his professional announcing skills and and he's been around the business for a long time on
Right.
how a broadcast is supposed to, happen. So yeah, I mean it's nice. I mean, I learned a lot from those guys and continue to learn, and I get to go to Detroit, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that'd be fun. I mean, yeah, Detroit should be pretty good. We kind of talk. Don't know if I'm probably not gonna make a bowling appearance. Might go up for some of the TV shows because Jesse Buss, who works in the shop with me, got drafted on Michael Fagan's team, so we were real excited about that. So
yeah, I noticed that.
That was pretty exciting, especially for Jesse because kid throws it really good. He's throwing it good probably since we've known him. Jesse Buss?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, that team thing. I'm excited for that team thing. I want to see how it goes. I think that could be, if it goes over good, I think it could be really good. I mean, everybody likes team bowling.
Did you watch the PBA draft show?
I did.
How funny was that, huh?
Oh, that, it's like, you watch some of it and you're like, okay, it makes sense. And then you see some of them and you're like some of Norm Duke picks, but there's a lot of strategy. I mean, guys, they picking Smallwood for how good he bowled in that center, picking Rhino because of how good he bowled in that center. I mean, you got to pick who you match up with and who you can line up off of. And I mean, it's like I said, I like the idea of it. I love team bowling. I miss college bowling for that aspect because sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of team effort.
You start talking about Columbia balls, and guys are talking about the Bedlam.
Original Bedlam? The original Bedlam was really good one. We had a few of the Bedlams that were pretty good. That was one of my first years on staff was the Bedlam series. I don't know the total specs of the Vow, but I know it is a fairly strong pearl. Should be pretty. I think it's still going to be a little stronger than the original Bedlam from talking to Jesse Buss because he got one out at the World Series, and it'll be interesting to see. Keep you updated. Like I said, I don't get mine for a couple more weeks, and they're not out till beginning of February, I believe. But you can check on the Columbia 300 page and Facebook page, and more stuff's out there. Like I said, the Enigma's out January 8th, I believe, or a little after that, and that's a new hook and ball, and I mean that's probably the most hook I've seen on being on staff for the last 4 years. And we've had some balls that hook a lot, but it's getting into that category, where everybody's got their virtual gravity, and we're keeping up, and just got to get that one ball. I mean, everybody wants to make their own high road that just sells and sells and sells, because that ball's been around for. I mean, they had a birthday for a bowling ball. I mean, how good of a bowling ball does he have to be to get a birthday party?
No kidding. Lanes 19 and 20. Tom Hess, Gail Myers Jr. Come into our feature pair here, 19 and 20. They're paired up with Kevin Williams and Ben Scroggins. So those of you that were asking for Tom Hess and Gail Myers, you've got them right here.
In front of us, we didn't even have the Dark Cloud Doug, though. He had the front four.
Should we take an over-under on what they're going to make on their first appearance on the TV pair?
Like what they're going to shoot?
On what
combined?
they're going to shoot.
It's been a high-scoring pair most of the weekend.
I'll go 5-12.
I'll take the over on 5-12. Tom Hess bowls pretty good on TV so far. I'm going to take, and Gail Myers is USBC career average leader, so he knows how to strike.
Let's check in on them right here and see how they are thus far. They're
I guess
perfect
I got
thus
to take
far.
the under on that, but if you gave me 5.00, I'd take the over. It's like 5.05. How about that?
It's through a frame and a half here. They're perfect.
We got one miss so far in 11 and 12 in front of us. It's Team Greenville and Team Animation Domination.
We're going to give out team nicknames?
Well, it's pretty easy with Jason because he's animated, and John and Eric are both from Greenville, and he did tell me there are a few spots open for that if you want to bowl some on New Year's Day. It's 4 squads, $35. First place is $1,000.
Okay.
It's only they don't pay a huge cash ratio by any stretch, but it's always a good time, and it's not the if you like me, you don't care for the super high scoring house shots. Not a problem in Greenville.
Yeah, we have up in Chicago. We have quite a few stuff on New Year's Day. We have a U.S. Open qualifier that's pretty big every year.
Heard about that
and then
one.
we have the Hangover Classic. That's pretty good. That's probably what I'll be making an appearance on New Year's Day. Just a little closer to home, especially after a late New Year's Eve. New Year's Day normally isn't very much fun, so might as well spend it in a bowling alley.
I'm already on it.
Okay.
I saw it the first time when somebody said something in the chat.
Now we've got a handful of tournaments around here. You can bowl the one in Greenville. There's a sweeper at St. Clair at noon. I'll bowl that one. There's the trio at Bullhaven. There's a 10-game sweeper at Kingpin over in Bridgeton.
Okay.
I think I got them all.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
I think once you step in this booth, your guys' phones haven't stopped going off, and mine hasn't stopped going off since I stepped in the booth.
Right.
Is it just like an immediate thing that people want to text you once you get on?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like we have nothing else to do.
Oh,
I've had people texting me who are in the bowling alley, who are watching down there, and they see something we can't see,
Oh, well,
and they tell us about it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's helpful, especially because you don't have cameras covering every inch of it, so you want to see something. If you're missing something, but I don't know.
No worries. I know that when I was at the World Series of Bowling, like we talked about, you posted a nice picture of you hooking up extra frame to your 55-inch.
Oh, that was yeah. It was one of those things. It's you watch it on a laptop and you're like, this is kind of tired of sitting over the laptop, and I was like, there's got to be a simpler way. I looked it all up, got an HDMI cable, and set it up there. I had a couple buddies were like, I want to come over and watch it. Sat out there and watched it like all night, and then especially, and we were watching a lot. Right at the end too, because Jesse was making a run at the World Championship cut, and he was in the show at the whatever the last tournament was until the last couple games. So we were pretty pumped watching that. We hooked it up in the pro shop to the TV, and extra frame is great. I tell anybody that the $64.99 or whatever it is for the year, it's completely worth it.
Yeah, if anybody says you shouldn't pay to watch it, they're nuts.
Yeah, like we should get bowling for free. You know what? You don't get the NFL ticket for free, but people pay $300 for that for 18 weeks.
Yeah, and if you love bowling, which everybody that watches this does, you should just. It's like $5 a month. Right,
and you get years of stuff. I went back when I first got it, and I went back and watched some of the Masters qualifying and stuff like that. And it's just such a great buy for the price of a spare ball, and you get all this bowling, and you're supporting bowling and giving bowling more view.
Totally.
Look how good it's gotten in the last couple of years. Of all the viewers, it's gone up, and it's like I said, I really liked. I had mentioned a couple years ago I was talking on during one of the things, and I mentioned asked if Tom Clark was on there, and I talked about having extra frame events, and then a couple years later they have them. And I think, that's a great way to get to smaller cities that can't afford the ESPN truck to get the extra frame events. Because when you got to get the ESPN trucks, that's expensive, and giving up leagues for a week is, I'm guessing, expensive too, because you can't give up your whole bowling alley for a week, and it's hard. And bowling just needs a way to survive and get more events out there.
Talking with TJ a little bit ago, Bob Marable's first three were 8.26, and he's got the front seven again.
And it's little things like that that just kind of fly under the radar that get swept under the rug with all the things that are happening here.
Yeah, we really have no way to track eights, and I'm sure there's been a whole bunch of them today.
Well, you never.
Right.
You can track it on. You had that one score sheet that had a bunch of games.
Right,
on it,
but that's not until the squad's over,
right.
And then
right.
You have to go back and then add them up, and okay, that makes 8, but.
Yeah, it's just gotta keep trucking.
And I black clouded Bob Marable. Attaboy.
USBC all-time average leader Gail Myers is perfect on 19 and 20. His doubles partner is Tom Hess.
Just letting you know that I took the over on the 512. And we have a front 7, 9 and 10. And I black clouded him. Mike
Flanagan here with you. It's the 2012 Holiday Doubles Tournament here with Lee Boudouris in the booth and Mike Dole joining me as well. We are bringing you more and more coverage here of this thing as we get down to 12 teams tomorrow afternoon for that final cut. 2 p.m. qualifying now. We had 2 squads already in the books, and then this evening we'll have a 7 p.m. squad. With 36 teams, tournament's sold out, but there might be a couple of spots open that they're going to draw for re-entries of people that want to do that, and it'll be a lottery draft to be able to get in there. So we'll see what happens with that, and we're just happy you're here watching us. We've got more viewers than we've had all day, we're happy to say, and we thank you for sharing and letting everybody know that we're broadcasting bowling here today on this Saturday afternoon. Happy holidays to you as well. I know there's some bad weather throughout the central part of the United States, and a lot of people traveled in through the snow and used their snow plows. I think Brett Shepard even posted that he was going to ski to St. Louis today.
Me and Dan Lemish decided to leave last night a little later because the weather, it was supposed to snow today up north, and we left last night, and we got here, it was pretty clear the whole way here, and it was weird. We were supposed to have a blizzard last Thursday. We ended up getting, they warned us for like 15 inches, and we got 3. But 20 miles west of us got 19. It's like...
They warned us down here for 6, and we got 0.
Yeah. Well, St. Louis, it's the area of 5
know.
seasons. It could be 70 and blizzard the next day.
I just call it 2 seasons. It's hot or it's cold.
We had, I remember the one time...
That's really it.
One of my semesters here at Lindenwood, it literally snowed, like it ice stormed and everything. They canceled classes, and it was 65 2 days later.
Yep.
It boggles me. Like,
we've got the front 7 here right in front of us on lane 11.
is that
Jason, well, it's
Jason Woolham?
you black clouded Eric Huffman.
And then Jason Woolham has the first 7.
Eric only wearing orange today. It's usually orange and blue. Big supporter of us up there.
Good old Illini.
They were winning. Haven't checked that in a while.
Brian Rome and Jason Woolham have the most flair going on right now as they're getting all pumped up and ready to go here.
Illinois beat Auburn in basketball 81-79.
Doug Lakey's working
with that.
279 here if he can punch out his first 1 to 10.
He's got the Budweiser shirt and the Stella Artois bowling towel today. Supporting his employer.
An eclectic.
Oh, TJ.
Jason Woolham stepping up, not mentioning anything so I don't black cloud him, but he's striking enough today so I don't think it really matters. Yeah, a little bit of... a little bit of double dribble, but doesn't really matter. Gail Myers. Is Gail Myers still perfect?
Yep.
Yep.
And the other big strings, I gotta see a front 6 down there on 19 and 20.
That's Gail.
Is that okay? So that's Gail. I think we might have a bunch on 1 and 2. I don't know if we don't have a camera down there, do we?
No, but somebody hasn't missed yet.
And I think I just black clouded him.
Can't even see it when we black clouded Derek Madsen.
Yeah, we did.
We need some kid. If there's a kid out there watching, and you have a piece of cardboard and a coloring book, draw us a picture of a black cloud.
Yeah.
And we can put it right above us here. We'll find some way to hang it up.
They had one on extra frame for a little bit. It was pretty funny that they would just put it right over the person.
You see, like here, we could just hold it up so we could see it.
Yeah.
It's like we can. Like here's no, I can't do it.
Oh man.
It's like Jason's partner, Brian Rome's got a. I can't black cloud him. I bowled with him for a year. You can't do it.
You've already done it enough?
It wore off on him.
Okay.
I can't stop him.
Tom Hess is waving his hands down there. I don't know if got lucky on a spare. Gale's still perfect. We're still looking good on the over on Flanagan's number that he set at 512.
I think they got 576 off.
I think Gale's good for 270.
So it's just Tom to throw a couple more strikes there.
Yeah.
Nice game on 9 and 10 too. I don't know this guy in the red shirt and the beard, but they've got 546 off.
And he had 298 last game, so 278 this game. He's missed twice in the last 2 games. And
Here's Woolham.
Jason Woolham, he had he struggled the third game, it looked like, but
that's really it.
Yeah, he's on fire with the front 9 right here in front of us on 11 and 12. Maybe we mention it after he struck, so we can't black cloud him. So while he's bowling, we don't talk about it. Is that a way to get around it?
We haven't found a way yet.
Okay.
We're batting about 30% with these front 8s.
Well, we can't set the number too high. We got to make Mike look good. We got to keep the number right at about 31, like Vegas. You know, it's always amazing how some of those scores get right at that number.
Right.
We're going to try and keep it right at that number just so Mike looks like a genius.
That'd be an interesting job to have.
So through
just
3
to set
games.
the line at the for Vegas. That'd be fun.
We got your ticker updated up above for you. You can see through 3 games.
Oh, and I jinx scale.
Your leaders are Miller and Stepp at plus 315. Second is Wolf and Shepard at 312. Then Rome and Woolham at 305. Jones and Marable at 301. So there are 4 teams averaging over 250 through 3 games. You can see that down below with your tabs and up above on the ticker. Pretty big scores, 279 for Lakey, 226 for Tubbins. We had 268, 269 also right here in front of us. Who was that? Just paired up with them.
That was, I don't know.
Terry Jones and Bob Marable.
Yes, it was.
Bob Marable is still striking.
Take a look at Hess, and then we'll move over to our star
So
cam.
Marable's got 1090 something. Not bad.
It's pretty solid.
And then over here on 11 and 12, Jason Woolham has the first 9. We'll see him up in a minute. His partner, Brian Rome, has 259 left.
That's 279 for Eric Huffman in the orange.
Yeah, so scores aplenty. Scores aplenty. But the 300s have slowed down.
Are you trying to reverse Black Cloud, Mr. Woolham?
I still think if we have 1 a game is still pretty good. You'll be right on pace if we do 1 a game for the rest of the day. And we black clouded. Is it Matson? Guy lefty with the front? Yeah, he had the front 9 down there, and we black clouded him. As soon as we saw it, he threw the ball in 7th inning. Jason Woolham steps up.
Here's a look at Woolham now. Pink shirt, pink hair. Probably pink socks, too.
Red ball up 10.
If anybody can't see it, I believe it's a Deviate Marauder. Just
all he throws is Brunswick and Deviate.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, if anybody wants to know that, I believe that's what he's throwing from my view. It's always good. People like to know what they're throwing if you can give them a little bit of info and give them an idea.
And we were talking about that with Schlemmer last night and how the distinctive colors of certain balls help us out and help just general league bowlers out know what people are throwing because you always know.
Well, I had to ask Dean Billings earlier. I asked him because he was throwing a really bright green bowling ball, and I thought it was one of those green misfit, and is actually something completely different. But sometimes those balls are so close together that.
There's 11, and this might be an interesting interview.
Jason Woolham going for his second 300?
No, he had 299 earlier.
Okay. Well, they just shot 559, so that's going to jump.
They were already in third.
That's going to jump them ahead because Miller and Stepp only had about 450 that game. So
here we go. It's pink is a powerful color, and so is Jason Woolham as he gets set, ready to go here. Lane number 12, looking for 300. There are a dime a dozen out here, but I believe this is probably going to be the most emotion you will see out of one of them that we've seen thus far. He gets set on the approach.
Will he
and,
fall
Everybody is staring at him.
Oh, they are. They all know what's about to happen.
The whole house is stopped.
And he
He tugged it so bad.
Oh.
Unbelievable. That was tugged so bad. He was feeling it.
That was a double bouncer.
That's the beauty of the holiday doubles. You don't have to throw it good sometimes to to shoot 3 bills.
All right, he got all of that last one and then some, and got away with it. How do you want to? What do you have to say for yourself? How about that? What for your legion of fans out there?
Just lucky. So.
All right, get a present out of here.
He's had a couple. Oh, he can't hear me.
No, he can't hear you down there.
He's had a big fan base asking to talk to him a little earlier.
All right, so here he goes. This is so funny. All right, let's see what he won here.
An envelope.
All right.
And in the envelope is a note. Please deliver the children.
All right, let's see.
I get a Wolf Bowling Supply t-shirt.
There you go. Got some in the tournament office when you're done. Come on.
So there you have it. We can mark down Jason Woolham on my list here of 300
So I'm here
shooters.
with Brian Rowe. He can't keep up with Jason. They'll figure it out.
How are we looking on our Tom Hess? Our Tom Hess. I can't see the scoreboard.
Yeah, we need to move down there. Get you a scoreboard here as soon as Tom delivers his shot.
A little bit of stick there. Ooh. Tom doesn't look at. I think we're.
It's going to be in the 220s, Gale in the 260s.
Yeah, so we're going to be under. This is not an easy spare for anybody. I leave a 2-4-7-8. You might as well just give me a 6-3 because I either miss the 7 or I miss the 8. It doesn't matter.
I want to thank everybody for watching at home and participating in our chat today, or those that are just lurking and listening and watching. I'm Mike Flanagan from InsideBowling.com, and it's the Holiday Doubles Tournament. We have lots more action to bring you this evening with the 7 o'clock squad, and tomorrow we'll start up again early in the morning, 9 a.m., and bring you all the way through the finals. Probably we'll conclude around 5 o'clock tomorrow. I love sitting at home watching live streaming. Unfortunately, now I'm a part of almost every broadcast out there, so I don't get to watch it anymore. But I do get to watch Bowl.com's coverage that Lucas Wiseman does, which I love all live streaming, and pick up everything I can, and we appreciate you being with us today. And if there's anything at all we can do for you, type it in the chat. If we don't see it right away, just retype it, and we'll eventually see it. And we'll do what we can to bring you the best coverage as we can. I'm joined by Mike Dole here in the booth, Columbia 300 staffer. He's going to bowl this evening. Big supporter of what we've been doing since day one. And Lee Boudouris, of course, who's been doing a great job delivering the presents to all the kiddos down there. He's our little Santa Claus up here on the corner.
Where's his beard? We should have got him a beard.
We could have got Mank to do it, but he shot 300 on Wednesday night.
I don't know if any of you guys watch Duck Dynasty, but you'd look as funny in a beard as Cy and those elf.
I've never seen it.
It's.
My brother is totally hooked on Duck Dynasty.
Have you watched it?
He's actually grown out the beard. Yeah, I've watched it. Yeah,
it's. I don't know how much of that show is staged, but even if it is, it's still hilarious.
It is a good show. I'll tell you the one I can't stand though is Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, yeah.
Honey Boo Boo. I mean, they're in the same same quadrant.
But you know, at least the guys at Duck Dynasty, like, they're millionaires from making a product. Honey Boo Boo's she's a millionaire. She's making money now because she's, I don't even know.
Oh, now the chat's blowing up with all this Psy and.
Yep.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh.
You know what we should do? Those would be the guys that would sponsor a PBA event.
They would. They'd love it.
Because they wouldn't even think about it from a numbers game. They'd just be like, oh, that'd be cool to go do.
Well, they had an episode the other day about they wanted to sponsor a NASCAR. And
oh, really?
They want to spend, but it's like $250,000 to put the logo on the car, like a tiny logo. So I don't remember the driver is because I'm not a NASCAR fan. He goes, well, if you race me, they had souped up camo limos,
Okay.
and they raced him. And if he had beaten them, then he would have gotten the logo on the NASCAR truck. Well, he ended up losing, but
That's hilarious.
But no, those guys are great. I mean,
Could you imagine them having a Duck Dynasty PBA championship?
I'd do it. I'd bowl it just.
Could you imagine just all the people and their fans in the crowd watching and everything?
Cy would be the tournament director.
Yeah.
He'd be
My goodness. Could you imagine Kirk? Kirk would have to oversee Cy.
Cy would come over and he's famous. He'd tell him he doesn't know what he's talking about, Jack, and he have his iced teacup and
right. And they'd be like, "Wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's a mouse in the snack bar. We got to go kill it before we can start this squad."
Exactly. They'd make him wear camo, like the guy in the chat said. They'd make him wear camo shirts for the tournament. Grow out the beards. They probably wouldn't even call it a sport because nobody really has beards like them. They'd probably.
You get like a $10,000 bonus if you shoot 300 on TV with a beard that's at least 4 inches long.
Exactly. I don't know. I mean, they're funny. I mean, that's. He said, I don't know how much of that show is staged, but even if it is, it's hilarious. And, But then, like you said, you watch some of that TV shows like Honey Boo Boo, and you're like, how is this person, or, the Jersey Shore stuff, how are these people famous?
I don't know.
I mean, those guys are millionaires now for acting drunk and. I mean,
really just getting drunk and then acting themselves.
We did that in college, and I'm not a millionaire. I'm a pro shop operator.
Thank you.
So what's that? They're getting ready to go into game number 5.
Yeah. Did we not get one this game? Did we not have?
No, we got an update. Game number 3.
Did we not get a 300 though? Did we not?
Jason.
Just Jason. That's okay.
Yep, that was it. So this squad we've had 6 300s.
Somebody just asked in the chat about the show from Amish Mafia. That's not something that I. That's not something I'd probably put on my DVR just in case to see it. I don't know.
I'll pass.
I'll tell you what though, the DVR is the greatest invention ever.
Now we got the.
It's raining on over your head over here, Lee.
Yeah, we got buckets down there. Raindrops are falling on my head, but
You gonna
not
start
really.
singing?
No.
No? That'd be funny. At least start karaokeing on the air.
We get Doug up here.
Does
He
Doug like
starts-
to sing?
Doug can belt out a tune better than me.
I'm sure if Jason shoots another 300, he'll be gladly sing. Well, we got Jeff Carter right in front of us. Mike Peters, Jeff Carter.
Yep.
Should be lots of striking on that pair.
Mike Peters throwing the gold ball.
Those guys struck a lot at that team event. Didn't they have like 2 Baker 300s in that team event?
They did.
They struck a lot.
I got a YouTube video of one of them.
Jason Queen, those 2 gentlemen. I don't know the other gentleman. Or Adcock. Adcock was on that team, and that's
It's the Central Illinois All-Stars there is what it is.
That team event, I tell you what, it was me and Shea Bittenbender and Don Griffin and Chris Taylor, Brad Miller. I mean, for the team we had, we were the only team in that finals field that didn't have any kind of PBA national title. And bowling against those guys, I mean, it was impressive. I mean, we finished 6th or 7th, and we felt like we'd bowled as good as we could have. I mean, with those fields, that you're bowling against Mike Fagan, who's one of the best bowlers in the world. Pete Weber, who in my opinion is the greatest of all time. I mean, that's cool. That's growing up wanting to bowl with those guys.
Bobby Bonds.
Shaker 7.
A black cloud again, Mike.
Yep.
Yeah, the front 5.
It never fails it just continues.
It's getting ridiculous. Is what it is. First count less than 8 I've seen in some time in front of us.
Really?
Got a 5 count.
Oh, we got a two-hander in front of us, too. Not so good.
I think Schlemmer said it best. The softer the hand in this building, the better.
Because of the surface? Because of how much it picks up? Or did he give a...
He just said that over the years, he just thinks this place is really good if you're really soft to it. Like Eugene McCune, for instance, he doesn't bowl well here.
Too much, too fat. Okay.
Yeah, even though he's got a 100-mile-an-hour ball speed, it's too much.
Okay, I mean,
look at Woolham, shoots 300. Dean Billings, 2 300s. And if you look at the list here, the way these guys
Mike
throw
Peters.
the ball.
I mean, Mike Peters is...
I mean, you can have a little bit of hook, but Eric Samowski.
Liz Johnson doesn't do a whole lot.
Exactly. Yep. Bob Marable.
I think, or you just have to be left-handed.
Yeah, that too.
Left-handed.
You've got a chance, Mike.
I have a 300 in this building. I bowled the Team Extreme one year. The only time I ever bowled was Team Extreme.
Actually, years ago, I was supposed to sub in a league, the travel league here, and there's average rules for you can't sub for a guy who's too high above yours because it's a scratch league.
Right.
And the guy forgot about it. I ended up bowling against a buddy of mine for $5 a game on the side. I had 21 in a row and didn't shoot 3.
Oh, Brett Cunningham is correcting me on the chat. I did have 2 300s in that 4-game block, but I also had a 199 and a 279.
No, 20 in a row it was. I'm sorry.
So, thank you, Brett Cunningham, for pointing that out. Who's got 20 in a row? Somebody? Willem does? Or you did have 20?
I did.
You did, okay.
Yeah, strike spare, back 10, front 10.
It's pretty impressive.
And of course, what did I get for it but $10, but still. But
hey, $10 is $10.
$10 is $10. And then I lost the next game. Oops.
You know, you lose. I once lost the Valentin League because he got 2 pins of handicap with 278, and he had 278, but he had 2 pins of handicap.
How does Valenta get handicap anywhere?
You know, I don't know.
I got a question for you. How does Jeff Carter bowl in a long sleeve pullover all the time?
I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he bowls with the golf glove on. I don't know. I mean, I hate bowling in anything like long sleeve. I can't do it. Pete does it in those long sleeve shirts too sometimes. I don't know if it's just cold or...
There you go.
I wonder how good Jeff Carter would bowl in an astronaut outfit. Probably not too bad.
He'd still average 230.
Probably.
He could average 230 with one of those plastic bowling balls the kids get for Christmas.
You might prefer
like
it.
We did that in this house last year. I gave up on hooking it and started throwing a target zone.
Yeah.
270, 270, 270, 270.
There you go. I thought Brett Cunningham said he wasn't going to come back in the chat till I left. Brett, you are officially a liar. There's a sports book somewhere that you belong at. Leave me alone. I love you, Brett. I have money for you, but you didn't come.
Oh, so it's your fault.
Yeah, exactly. It's my fault.
Right. Give it to Lemish.
It's always my fault, according to Brett. Nothing's Brett's fault.
We're left-handed, Mike. It's always our fault.
Brett throws a pretty good backup ball, though. He did.
He does.
No, Brett, I told you. Oh, Brett.
There was a time where Brett was throwing a better backup than I was, with my own normal hand.
You know.
Brett is the world's best. There you go.
Brett's the world's best at complaining about everything. Brett could shoot 900 and complain. But we know Brett wouldn't strike enough to shoot 900.
He just needs to do good in Detroit.
Oh, we got Mike Peters with... Mike Peters and Jeff Carter striking at will. Get motivated, Brett. That's all I'm going to tell you. Get motivated.
Brett could win the U.S. Open and complain.
I like that guy.
That is good.
I like Brett. He's a funny guy. He's just angry. For whatever reason, he's just angry.
I can't believe he's in the chat right now because you're still here.
He said he was hoping I'd be gone. He came back after an hour. He got lonely. He's got nothing else to do.
There's college football on. I mean, come on.
Eddie Bird in the chat checking in, fellow Columbia staffer.
Eddie Bird. I have a couple bowling balls that Eddie Bird wants. He hasn't hunted me down for him yet, though. Jeff Carter with a strike and a shake.
They're working on a team 290 through 6 frames. You see Gale Myers off to the right under the Budweiser banner. He's got the first 3, 15 and 16.
They're crossing with Jason and Brian. What did Jason have between the 299 and the 300? Do you know?
It wasn't good. It was maybe 2-0. He struggled a little bit in the middle of that game.
Only needs was 201 for 8.
No, well, they were over here. Well, no, with the 800 wouldn't have been. The 300 game was game 4, game 4. I think he went 279. I think he went 299, 260, and then he struggled a little bit that third game, and then shot 300 game 4, I believe.
What's that?
It's like Brian Manini is throwing a more pink ball than Jason is. Not sure what he's throwing.
Who is?
Brian Manini in the Deviate shirt.
Okay.
The ball he just threw down the lane is actually brighter pink. Jason will probably buy it.
It's probably the Diva, the new one they just announced.
Well, Brian's coming this way, so we'll get to see it here in a little bit.
I see Brett Shepard just pulled out the gold ball up hooking the whole lane.
You know, this just dawned on me. I watched that promo video for that Diva.
Yeah.
That is a perfect ball for Jason Woolham.
It is. I don't think there's a better ball.
I don't think there is either. I think they should send him a case of them.
Especially if he keeps his hair that way. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, you were talking earlier about the teams from Chicago. We got like 4 or 5 teams from Chicago this year, I think. Getting some word out.
It's good to see.
Yeah, we had Team Bowl last set. Aaron Jones and John Heath. It's hard to say they struggled. I think they still went 490 something over. It's hard to say that they struggled, but
is Heath from Chicago also?
Yeah, John Heath. Yep.
I thought he was from Ohio.
Nope. He just strikes a lot over there in TNBA events.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, he's from the south side. A couple other guys are here from the south side. Not really from Chicago anymore, but I was a resident for a few years. It was fun while it lasted. Expensive.
I think it's funny. It's they're already asking when does Barta bowl tomorrow.
Yeah.
People love Barta.
He's funny. He was picking on Lee earlier because he said that he lied to him about Doug not being here today.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Because I was told he wasn't. And it wasn't good enough. Supposed to know things in advance of being told, but whatever.
So what did Barta say?
I lied to him. He said I lied to him.
He says I'm never trusting a left-hander again.
Like he did before me.
I mean, we're trustworthy people.
That's so funny.
This guy, who's the guy in the red here in the beard?
Andy Stone.
He's striking a lot. He went 300, 260 or 270.
He doesn't have a 300.
Or 298 is.
Yeah, a bunch.
298.
He's a bunch from the last couple.
I think I'm going to stand up for a little bit.
Are you?
Let everybody see me at home.
Just put your head
right
in
there
front
you
of the
are.
camera.
Got to stretch it out a little bit.
Get the hair going.
Mike Flanagan, everybody.
This is our bird's eye view right here.
All you need is Eddie Bird, so you have the Birdman with the bird eye view.
Yeah, you can just put your wings out.
Yep.
Like this.
Or
This is for you, Eddie.
Or make the bird call.
And you just kind of flap around.
Yep.
We need to screen grab that.
That's it. It's the Eddie Bird.
Tom Hess in the chat. Oh, no, Sue.
Tom Hess in the chat.
He's multitasking.
Yeah, he's down there with Gail. They're on a laptop right now, and they just wanted to get involved in the chat during the competition. Hi, Sue Hess. How are you? That's funny.
Sue, they aren't on camera right now, but they both are striking.
They're off to the right. They're on 15 and 16, so we'll be able to see them.
I believe because
Game 5. This is Game 5.
Because Tom's up top. Tom has the front 4, and Gail has 9 spare turkey. So, okay, you can see them.
No,
Okay.
it's the opposite.
Is it the opposite?
Gail
Okay.
has first 4. Tom has 9 spare turkey.
Uh-oh. The Boo Birds are out for wool back here. We flag the spare.
Ugh. I've been beat up by a two-hander. Valenta's beating me up. He thinks I'm
No.
a double cheeseburger.
Just getting a look around here. Concourse.
I go, you beat me up like I was a double cheeseburger.
No. I only gave you a punch. I would have.
What up, buddy? Oh. I don't think Brett has anything else to do tonight. Brett is going to live in the chat until the tournament's over tonight at 1 o'clock in the
there's
morning.
no tournaments back home today for him to
Complain
bowl
about?
in.
Or complain about? Yeah.
Yeah, to bowl in or complain about, yeah.
It's like when Nini switched balls down there. His new one is the same color as a, almost like a bottle of Tide.
Oh, yeah?
It's like bright orange and blue and white and yellow. Like that old NASCAR from years and years ago. Remember there being a Tide car that looked like that.
There's a couple DV8 balls coming out with some crazy colors in it. I don't know what they are. I know the Diva's the pink. They have the bright yellow one, and they have the new Nightmare. I don't know what it is, but... Do we have 4 games yet or not yet? No? 4 game yet?
It'll go up here first.
Okay, before you get it.
It should, yeah. That's how it's been working all day, except for the last game.
Mike Peters and Jeff Carter have decided to strike and spare in the same frames this game. They both went spare.
There is no iron team, Mike.
There is an M and an E, though. Had to throw it out there. There may be no I. Ask Brett. Brett knows all about the I.
Lane 16, Gail Myers Jr. looking for the first 6. He's got it! Look at him. So excited.
Double fist pump.
Yeah, just out of camera range there, but we'll see him get excited on the next one. I know he's looking at those presents under the tree as they're making their way this way.
No, he is fairly short. He might not be able to see over that table yet.
That's true.
But there are 3 eyes and multi-personality disorder. There you go.
That's pretty awesome. I never thought of it that way, but, you know, it works. Oh, Brett setting up action on the chat. Imagine that. Yeah, really, like, going back to what Mike mentioned about last night, the guys that tend to be a little nicer to it at the bottom are striking a little more, this squad especially. I mean, there's a couple guys that get on it, but for the most part, I mean, you know, Mike Wolf and Brett Shepard are pretty nice to it, or, you know, not real aggressive with it. They're bowling well. Brad Miller and Larry Stepp, you know. So we haven't seen a 4th game update yet, but, you know, they're still expected to be near the top. If
Go down to 19 and 20, Mike. Aaron O'Brien has the front 8 again.
Who has the front 8 again?
Aaron O'Brien with his color matching name shirt and ball cap.
And he already has one today, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Going with Nick, how do you say it? Mizerani?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Mizerani.
Oh, that's good. Mizerani. That was close. He also wore red.
Looks like Gail's going to go first. Looking for the first 7. Gail Myers Jr., USBC tournament average leader, bowling on a house shot today.
And you black clouded him.
Yeah, the second time I was talking about him, though, so.
Well, I just black clouded Aaron, too, so we're good.
Yeah, Aaron
went
2-8.
When you kind of black cloud people like Gale, it's kind of hard to say that they get nervous. I mean, the man's got, how many eagles does he have? 3?
A lot.
Something like that.
I mean,
one's a lot.
Well, yeah, exactly. Matt McNeil's won 27 of them in the last 6 months. I mean, winning 1 eagle, I mean, yeah. Well, that's another thing, kind of one of the hot topics, is that the change to the 2 different patterns at USBCs and the singles and doubles. I'd be interested. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Kind of like the idea, as long as they're not too different.
Well, and the
you
thing,
can tweak them a little bit.
Yeah, and the thing I'm not the most understanding of is why they're still only going to give us you only get the 2 balls or 4 balls of practice in singles and doubles. They're putting out a whole new pattern. I mean, I still think even if they give us 10 minutes, it's a little more than 4 balls. I mean, just to loosen, especially if you're going to bowl all that on a brand new pattern.
Yeah, I like to see that.
I mean,
even 5 minutes be enough.
Right, exactly.
Guys, real quick, we got some odd stuff happening here now right in front of us. As you can see, the sun has come in. We've got snow on the ground outside, and it's coming through tinted glass down into the bowlers area here in the bowling center. So you can see a bunch of different reflections down here. And as you said, that Jeff and Jeff Carter and Mike Peters were bowling the same game. Mike Peters did strike out for 269. We'll see if Carter can do it here. They'll both shoot 269.
And about that public service announcement, okay, it's really not a public service announcement. No, I've talked with you about this, Mike. I need a team.
For USBCs?
For Reno. If anybody needs a wrong-hander, hit me up on Facebook or InsideBowling.com.
I'm pretty excited for Reno this year. I get to bowl with Wayne Webb this year. Kind of
pretty
excited.
Cool.
Yeah, that's I'm pretty excited about that. It's, Hall of Famer, and I've had some pretty good success in Reno. Last time we were in Reno was finished 13th in doubles, so we had a pretty good year. All right, so Game 4 update was just handed to me. It is scrolling across the top of your screen. But Rome and Woolham are leading at plus 464. Jones and Marable are at 438. Third is Johnson and Stone at plus 414. Brindley and Madsen are at plus 377, and rounding out your top 5 is Brad Miller and Larry Stepp at 376. There are currently 12 teams that are average or plus 300 or more, which puts them at right about, what's that, a little under 240?
240 right now would be 320.
Yeah, so a little under 240.
Yeah, we have to get an umbrella out if it moves any more this way.
So 269 apiece for Carter and Peters.
That's pretty good teamwork right there.
Some of these bowlers may need sunglasses as they come across the middle of the house. Jeff Carter's got a lot of light shining in his face right now as he fills out his score sheet.
538. Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it in that long sleeve.
Trying to find where they're at on the scores there. They were in 19th after 4, Mike.
Yeah, they struggled a little bit down there. I saw Mike had that good 300 that first game, and
I'll move him. Probably 11th or so.
That'll jump him up quite a bit.
Flanagans are bowling this time.
I'm not related to any of them.
Related?
No.
The two that bowled together last night.
Hey, Adam. He wanted to get up here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, Mike, thanks for joining us, bro.
No problem.
We appreciate it. We'll give Adam a chance to come up. He wants to talk a little bit.
Talk to you, Adam, so you don't want to talk? Well,
Barter Nation.
I'll walk around a little bit. They all want to talk to me, though.
Adam, come on up. Yeah.
Adam said you have
What's that?
charger.
Barter Nation's going to join us up here. The other half of it. Just keep that pretty close to your mouth. It won't pick up too great. Check. Hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now.
We weren't saying anything. Of course you're not going to hear it.
All right. So as we talk about all the time, we get great guests up here in the booth, and joining us now in the booth, bowled earlier today. Did pretty decent. Got to feel happy with your position right now. It is none other than Adam Barta.
Hello.
How we doing, bud?
Pretty good.
Looking good right here. You matched the sign behind us.
I know.
I had to put on my jacket. I was getting a little.
You look cute. Well, you look cute in anything.
Well, thank you.
I don't know about Lee though.
Yeah, you got a beef with Lee, don't you?
Yeah. Ever
Plus
since
he
was rubbing it in front of the Christmas tree, you know.
I also just accidentally elbowed him pretty good. I had no idea it was right behind me.
Yeah, don't worry.
So
you're gonna
I'm
get yours back
3
soon.
strikes and I'm out with Adam here.
So we had your brother in who had, what'd you say, 14 hours of fame?
Well, you're supposed to have 15 minutes of fame, but unfortunately he had about 4 hours of it, so. Sorry, whoever was watching the broadcast at that time had to deal with him, so.
Took 2 minutes.
That's pure torture having to listen to his mouth. Try having to grow up with him and live with him.
So Adam, let's talk a little bit about you. Obviously, this tournament, is brought to you by Hammer, Jeff Ussery, and the team down there, and you've been with Hammer now for a while, haven't you?
About 14 years now.
And Adam, I've just gotten to know you over the last couple of years. You must have really elevated your game, or just started bowling more, or taking your game more serious the last couple of years. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been competitive, but more so the last probably 6 or 7 years. But had a different approach, different attitude towards things, and it's obviously seemed to help me out quite a bit. More exposure. As far as going across the country and bowling and stuff like that. So, experience is a big thing in this game, and getting to know the right people and things like that. But the last 6 or 7 years have been very, very good for me, and hopefully I keep it going for a long time. So
yeah, you've kept your amateur status. You haven't gone pro or anything like that, but we've seen you compete at the I believe it was the Masters. Did you have 300 at the Masters?
Yeah, that was actually my third 300 in the ABC Masters. So this that tournament's always been pretty good to me. I've always tried to bowl some of the bigger stuff, and obviously that's where the true test of your game is tournaments like that, because it's on a demanding lane condition and you're bowling against the best of the best. So that, if you want to know where you rank, you should bowl tournaments like that. So, sometimes I've bowled it and got some humble pie, and other times I've bowled it and done really well. So,
how many weekends a year do you bowl?
A lot. I've tried to take the summer off for the most part, but this past summer I've bowled pretty much everything I could, because my wife is in school, so she's trying to finish up that program, and we had a beautiful baby boy July 4th, so just trying to make as much money as I could on the side outside of my job, and every tournament that came up I was bowling it. So from September through May, pretty much every weekend, and then summertime it kind of tapers off a little bit.
So is it fair to say that you bowl 30 weekends a year?
That's probably a low number. I'd probably say closer to 40. closer to 40 weekends.
So out of the 40 weekends a year that you bowl, what are a couple of the tournaments that stand out to you each and every year that you go to throughout the country?
Say that again?
What are a couple of the tournaments that stand out to you that are the ones that you really look forward to throughout the country?
In no particular order. I always look forward to the TNBA, the Bacardi in Cleveland.
The Reed Hawthorne?
The Reed Hawthorne, yeah. It used to be called the Bacardi. But not only because I've won it a couple times, but you've got 300 bowlers and there's lots of action. And just the environment. It's more of a comfortable environment for me, but that's a really good tournament. There's a couple scratch tournaments in my area I always look forward to that are good, but USBC Masters I always look forward to. The Peterson Classic. I think your buddy beat me out this year, Bernhardt or
Barrett.
Yeah. I missed a 5-pin in the last game, so I think I ended up I was third in the Peterson this year, but that's always a fun tournament. But I always look forward to that. There's a nice probably group of 8 or 10 tournaments I always look forward to. Obviously, anyone you guys are at, I always look forward to as well.
Well.
That's an obvious answer.
Well, right.
So.
Yeah, well, we just burst on the scene. We're fairly new to the bowling tournament scene. We we just kind of sprung up out of nowhere. We just had all this technology and keep getting more and keep messing with it.
I'll tell you what, you guys do an awesome job. I mean, not only for the bowlers, but I have a lot of people that really aren't bowling savvy that just enjoy coming on here just because you could get on there and see your friends bowl, but these guys just enjoy it because it's more of like a laid back and entertaining kind of thing as well. So it's not that everybody's always proper, not that you guys are bad, but it's an awesome thing you guys are doing. It really is.
Yeah, we just give it the gift of flavor. Just whatever happens up here. No scripts.
You guys are awesome.
Pete's plugging in his phone, and iTunes wants to start updating his phone for us.
Here he goes, trying to get some more TV time here. I don't understand it.
So you decided to make the long drive out. How'd you get matched up with Liz?
Actually, another tournament I look forward to every year is the Bud Light Challenge in New York. That's an awesome tournament. They always, of an amateur field in bowling, that's probably one of the strongest you ever bowl. But I crossed with Liz this year, and we've known each other for a long time, and we got to talking, and she was mentioned that this tournament was going on in the end of December, and asked if I'd be interested in bowling. And obviously, if it was 10 hours or 20 hours, if Liz is asking me to bowl, I'm going to try and make my way there. So here I am.
And then she averages 260 today.
Yeah.
Take us through yours and her day today. Equipment, just kind of what you guys did and how you guys were able to lead.
Her and I really did not have many adjustments at all. I mean, obviously the conditions very easy, but as far as transitions concerned, we pretty much stayed in the same spot. I mean, we communicated very well with each other what we thought the lanes were doing, and we played a similar line. I was a little bit inside of her, but at least we were able to match up off each other, and not only that, but I mean, I think we make a good team together because we're comfortable with each other and we can relate with each other on how the lanes transition. But she bowled awesome. I mean, as she always does everywhere she bowls, but she's a class act.
And what balls did you use today?
I used a Hammer Arson Hybrid, the new Arson that's out. I was never really a big fan of some of the other Arsons, but this one here seems like it's a much more predictable bowling ball, and it's not as oil sensitive as the other ones were for me. But very, very good ball. Even on harder conditions, it's a very good bowling ball. And Liz was using that Storm IQ, I believe, that gold Storm IQ. So.
It's like I'm supposed to ask you, where is that old hammer
I
Black
see
Widow
that.
Sting?
That hammer Sting is with me 24/7. If I had a little side pouch next to my pocket, I would carry that thing with me 24/7. But that Sting is, in my opinion, the best hammer ball ever made. I mean, that thing is awesome. Kim Mann's popping up on here. Look out, folks. I see it on the thing here. Uh-oh, here we go. That's the Adam Barter I know. What did I do wrong now?
Not exactly sure.
Someone told me good bowling today. I appreciate it. Thank you. But Liz bowled about 100 pins better than I did, but I held my own, I guess.
And there you are on the front page of InsideBowling.com.
Oh, check it out.
There you are.
See? Hopefully it stays up there for the daily leader.
See you Wednesday.
I'm not sure if our 856 over is going to hold up. What do you think?
We'll see who's after 4.
Someone had asked.
I think he'll be fine.
Someone asked who am I bowling nationals with. I see that. Actually, I switched teams this year. I hated to leave the team that I was on because the group of guys I was bowling with were not only very good bowlers, but I mean we got along very well as a group. But I had an opportunity that I couldn't pass up, so we're trying it temporarily. But the team I'm bowling on this year is Mike Rose, Rob Gottschall, Brian Wallachek, and Scott Pohl. So
Yeah, you can't pass that up.
no, we it's not always the better bowlers that rise up, but I mean we've all known each other for a long time, and we figured we'd try it now rather than later before we all get too old. So see what happens.
That's a really stellar group.
How are you?
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I mean, hopefully it works out and try and get an eagle. But I promised my old team that if something ever happened and things didn't work out, and if they would take me back, I'd love to go back, and they're willing to take me back. So we'll see what happens.
Adam, this morning, obviously we played the national anthem, then we had this moment of silence for all the loved ones that people have lost. We've got the masking units here in the bowling center that have the names of all the people we lost to Connecticut just a couple of weeks ago. And obviously you and Pete lost your father right around the holidays here. Just tell everybody at home, because I've seen so many things on Facebook about what a great gentleman he is. Maybe you could share a feel-good story about your dad.
I'm going to try not to cry now.
Yeah, well, so maybe a feel-good, maybe a funny story about your dad, maybe something funny that might have happened over the years.
No, I'm crying.
Whenever you're ready.
You have to give me a minute.
Yeah, just share a good one with us. Maybe something funny that might have happened over the years or whatever. For you Tom Hess fans and Gail Myers Jr. fans, we have them right in front of us as well on lanes 11 through 14 here. They're on 13 and 14. I just want to say about your dad, too, that, I mean, this guy must have been loved by so many bowling people because, I mean, just, this Facebook thing now is a great thing because you can go on and you can read things about other people and you can find out. Like, you and I became friends on Facebook. We didn't know each other. I mean, we crossed with each other, I think, once and, high-fived each other and maybe made a couple of, oh, that was kind of funny what you just said. Hey, man, good luck to you. Move on. But then when you see all these people talk about your dad and everything, I mean, I saw so many comments on your page about just what a great guy he was. If you got something for us.
I mean, he's such a wonderful guy. I mean, he taught us so many things I mean, as far as growing up, I mean, values and working for, working hard for what you believe in, and
Sure.
and Pete's obviously a very, very successful businessman, and
Yeah, and he's got his act together too.
Yeah.
He knows what he's talking
yeah,
about.
I mean, absolutely. And I've always wanted to strive in bowling. I mean, I've always grown up around it, and my dad got me into it, and it's just something that I thought I could do, and I never really thought I would make money at it, but I mean, it's just he taught us so many good things, and how to keep a good head on yourself, and treat people right, and do on others as you do to you want done to yourself. And he's just such a great guy.
Yeah, well, that's it's a terrible disease that so many bowlers have lost so many great people to. But I know that with those pictures you guys posted and everything towards the end there, he was certainly went out on a very high note.
Yes.
And I saw that you guys have some services coming up at the end of the month for him.
Yeah, January 19th, we're going to have a memorial service for him. Anybody that lives near me, obviously, it's January 19th at 2 p.m. It's at St. Rose Church in Girard. But, yeah, I mean, just to honor and respect him, and so sad.
It'd be great to, maybe, I'm sure you guys are probably already working on something like this, but maybe dedicating a tournament back home or something.
You know what, I just, last Saturday, I ran a memorial tournament for a kid named William Lovell from Struthers, Ohio. He passed away. He was 27 years old, and they had approached me, and knowing that I traveled quite a bit for bowling, and I may be able to help him out, and running somewhat successful tournaments in the past with Pete, they thought that maybe I might be able to help him out, and kind of took the bull by the horns a little bit. And I told him, I'm like, listen, you guys can make this as big as you want. The sky's the limit. You guys got to work hard, get some sponsors, and we'll know the right people. Well, last Saturday, even with the weather being as bad as it was, we had 148 bowlers, and we had a Chinese auction with like 54 items, and we raised $6,600 for the family. They were able to pay off. They were to pay off the funeral home and buy a tombstone for their son, and have a little bit of extra money left over to start a memorial fund. But I'll tell you what, and I was, maybe going to talk to you guys after this tournament, and maybe not next year, and maybe 2 years from now we can have a memorial tournament for my father, and I'm sure we'd have no problem finding some big time sponsors. I know Hammer would be on board, and Pete would be willing to throw a lot of money in, but our area is such a big bowling area, and to have something that you guys have come there, would be like Hollywood coming in, and they would. I'm serious. I mean, they would really, really appreciate that. I mean, you could see from, just the support online from my friends that don't even really bowl, that go on there. I mean, we can make it into a huge tournament, and I'll tell you what, there's. We would love to honor our father that way.
Yeah, well, we'd love to be a part of something like that, and it's just amazing what the bowling community does when, people will bash each other's brains in on the lanes and go online and rip on each other for not having enough revolutions on the ball, or not a pretty enough form, or why is this guy this? But as soon as somebody is in need, all of that shuts down, and it turns into what can we do to rally around and help this person. Perfect example, just a few weeks ago, we had a fundraiser for a good friend of mine, almost like a brother to me, Kurt Thompson. His mother passed away in the middle of the night.
Oh, God.
Some of the prescriptions that were prescribed didn't mesh well, and her body just shut down, done. And Jason Belmonte and Deandre Asbeatty, I asked if they could do a little promo video for me to get people to come out and support the event. They did it within 12 hours.
Wow.
And just threw it out there for me. They Skyped it in and sent it to me, and I put together the video, and they raised, like $4,000.
That's awesome.
So that's the great thing. I mean, that's the moral of the story here, is in the bowling world, even though at times we all love to analyze and we all think we know it all, when push comes to shove and bad times come arise, everybody comes calling and helping out. So.
That is spot on. I mean, I honestly believe that bowling we have social networking through Facebook and things like that now, but I honestly think that bowling, just league bowling is the original form of social networking, because you think of all the different professions that people do in just your regular bowling league. I mean, you've got attorneys, carpenters, plumbers. I mean, you've got pretty much every kind of profession bowling, in leagues. But we had $1,650 in donations in the first 3 weeks we announced we were having a tournament. So, I mean, the bowling community in itself, and I think it's safe to say across the country, it's a pretty tight-knit group of people, and when people are in need, we find a way to support the bowlers or the bowling community. So,
Bowling for Dum Dums checks in along with Jane. Just wanted to say that you were the man, and hello.
Hello, that's Jane. That's probably Craig Thomas.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's another great bowler. Jane's a sweetheart too.
Zach Jugenheimer, can I get a shout out, buddy?
Zach Jugenheimer.
Yeah.
He's a local bowler, up and coming there.
We've got a 5-game update too, by the way, Adam. Just came up on our ticker just a little bit ago. First place in this squad through 5 games is Rome and Woolham at plus 536. Second is Jones and Marable at plus 523. Hayes and Butler at 494. And then Hess and Myers at 449 are your top 4 in this block.
Pace is slowing down a little bit, it looks like, huh?
A little bit. Looks like it.
That's what we found. Liz and I found that after games 5 or 6 and 7, it kind of, like, overall as a group, it kind of leveled off a little bit for everybody. Not leveled off, but Chris Muldrow.
Oh, love Chris Muldrow. Good guy. Went to
he
Lindenwood.
gets a couple revolutions on the bowling ball.
Yeah, he went to Lindenwood for a while.
Yeah.
So you guys bowled earlier today. You guys got any big plans for tonight?
No, just go back to the room and relax and probably watch some college bowl games. So, now I know you guys are in for a long night.
Oh yeah, but we wouldn't want it any other way. That's what we do.
You guys earn your money.
We just strap in and just enjoy it.
I know you got to sit next to him, but that's cool.
On.
Yeah, next to Lee.
Yeah, Lee, you've been pretty quiet over there. What's wrong?
Greg Look was reliving his glory match last time I bowled him. 17th, 18th place position round. He shot 278 at me. And started talking about the whole game again and forgot that I was the holy soul who lost to him. Greg and I are good friends, but...
Steve Harper. Well, these guys are back on there. All these guys from...
Barda Nation?
All these guys from the Barda Nation membership club over here coming back on for you guys. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do they have to pay membership dues, or they get like a t-shirt or something?
I would love to give them a t-shirt or anything they wanted. Now, there's no membership dues. They're just all good friends, and they just love to see the local bowlers succeed, So they're always there to root for us.
Mike Flanagan here with InsideBowling.com. We're joined in the booth by Adam Barda, as well as Lee Boudouris is with me this weekend. He's here hanging out as well all weekend, bringing you coverage. It's the holiday doubles. We're in our 3rd shift of 4 qualifying shifts. 24 teams in each, and then tonight it's 36 teams beginning at 7 p.m. That'll be up next after this. The bowlers are in game number 6 right now, and one of the biggest name pairings is right here in front of us on our star cam. It's Tom Hess and Gale Myers Jr. They're through 6 frames, and they both have an open in the game, and they're all strikes and a spare each for them otherwise. So they can both shoot 255.
Hi, honey. I love you. My wife's logged in, so now I got to watch what I'm saying. First thing she asked me this morning on the way here, Mike, you'll appreciate this. She's like, "Did you bring that vegetable with you to the?" For those of you that don't know, Ouch Barda is alive and well. He's just he's chilling out in my freezer. But the next time I see Mr. Flanagan for a TV show, I'm gonna bust him out. So, but my wife says she refuses to be friends with a vegetable on Facebook. So
Well, I became friends with Ouch at the, was it the team tournament? Was it Carter's team
in
tournament?
Springfield, Illinois, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim Mann, and here it goes. What are you talking about, Kim?
So is it safe to say right now that Marcy is at home with Ouch?
Marcy is at home with Ouch, and the odd thing is, every time I go in the freezer to get an ice cube, and I look over to make sure that he's always in the drawer because he seems to find his way out sometimes when I'm not home or I'm gone for a weekend. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm not sure what that's about, but the
Now,
conversation's not going south.
Can you fill the people in at home that don't know who Ouch Barta is? Can you give them a little sampling, like a short version of who?
I have a picture on my phone, I believe. No, actually, you know what? Let's not even do that. I'll give you a visual. Ouch Barta is a mid to large-sized cucumber, about 6.5 or 7 inches in length, with a mushroom-shaped portion of the top part of the cucumber that somewhat looks like a mushroom cap.
It looks like a bowling pin.
It looks like a bowling pin, yes.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. And actually, Ouch picked up a job over the summer. He's the hard drive operator in Pete's Mouth.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, I mean he's doing great. I mean, look how big Pete's smile is these days.
Right.
Thank God you're not as famous as me because it's only 20.
So Adam takes around his pet cucumber, basically,
Yes.
is what it works out to be, and he likes to dress him up and take him to dinner and get him on
Yeah.
our live broadcast.
Get a stiff drink.
Yeah. So, and but to be able to preserve him over time, he must be frozen.
Yeah, he was getting a little soggy, I should say. He's getting a little soft on me.
Right.
So I had to put him in the freezer for a little while, and I really did want to bring him this weekend, and I didn't know, if you were going to have me on the show. So
Now,
You
wouldn't
know.
it make a lot of sense to have a mold done of Ouch and just make replicas?
you said that, and that's why I froze him, because I need to work on that. If anybody out there could tell me how to get a mold, like if it's out of a Play-Doh kit, whatever, I need to get one.
Yeah. So there you have it. That gets you up to speed on what this Ouch Barta thing is. And
Yes.
if you wanna become friends with Ouch Barta, tell them how they go and do that.
Just go on to Facebook and search Ouch Barta. I'm sure it's the only thing that's going to show up. If there's more than one out there, then God bless somebody else that has that in their garden. Someone's wife or girlfriend's going to be happy. Or I guess guys could be happy too, but who knows? Yeah, just search Ouch Barta, send a friend request, post on the wall, they'll get back to you.
I believe Shannon Plahowski and Megan Kelly had something to do with creating that page as well, didn't they?
Oh, yes. Megan Kelly would probably be the culprit of how Ouch Barta the name was created, and then you can thank Jody Wasser and her husband Aaron for creating the Facebook page. So really I had nothing to do with it, Marcy, but I kind of just went with the flow there, and somehow
Well, you were the idea man behind it, and then they ran with it.
Yeah, I would say on your show when I was interviewing people with that rather than the microphone is what did it in for everybody. So
It reminded me of a Tom Green skit.
yeah, Tom Green could do wonders with that thing, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure he could. Here's a look at a two-handed style here from Springfield, Missouri area. His name's Kevin Williams.
Coming up on lane 12.
Yeah, no, 5. Right here.
I'm sorry, lane right here.
Yep.
Nice.
He actually throws it pretty well. He's
Yeah,
had
he
a lot
does.
of success. He's a young guy. I want to say he's 19 or so. Marcy says that your son Logan is sitting here shaking his head.
My man Logan, what's up, buddy? I miss you.
And they also want to know why Ben Scroggins is wearing a jacket.
I was going to ask the same thing because it's not particularly cold in here, but
I don't think that is a jacket, is it? It's a jersey.
That's just a jersey.
Where's he at?
Right here.
It's just like a Gemini jersey or something.
I still can't see him.
Right there.
No, that's 5 and 6. That's really far away.
I keep on
6
thinking
lanes,
it's right over
3
here.
pairs.
He's right over there.
All right, I got to see this long sleeve here because see what you guys are talking about.
No, it's not a long sleeve. It just looks like a jacket. Like his jersey looks like a jacket. When he comes up, we'll see him. He'll be up in just a minute. Oh, they're looking at
who's Mayhem 300? Do we have a name for Mayhem 300?
Yeah, we're not sure right now.
It's Chris
Mahaffey.
Who is it? Oh, Chris, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself.
This guy right here is pretty good on lane 5. Jeff Carter.
Oh, it's Jeff Carter. Yeah, he's not too bad. I think he still holds the record for the highest league average for it's like 260 something.
Yeah, 261.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So here's a look at Ben Scroggins coming into your screen now. You'll see him
Right here.
That's what they were talking about. Looks like a jacket.
Oh, Carter's wearing long sleeves too, though.
Oh, maybe that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, Carter was wearing a jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, Mighty Mouse said 265. Yes, whatever it is, 261, 265, that's a lot, and that's very impressive, but it doesn't surprise me because he throws the ball very good. There are a lot of good bowlers here for this tournament. A lot. I mean, the shot is easy, but we've got a lot of good bowlers, so it's a good combination for some high scoring.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a record or what, but I bet we could have. I bet this tournament could potentially become the most honor scores ever in a 24-lane bowling center weekend tournament.
Yeah, I mean it's a good problem to have if you've got too many entries.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody flocked here probably because they knew that Inside Bowling was doing the live streaming.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's the obvious.
That's the big ticket.
That is the big ticket. I mean, I had to fight through like 70 or 80 people just to get through the doors. I told them, listen, I have an interview to do with Mr. Flanagan and Lee, so you guys better step out of the way. So.
Oh, that's so funny. Lee, what do you think about that?
Lee doesn't have an answer. Lee, just be quiet. Do what you do best. You've been sitting there the whole time not even saying nothing. You're about to get replaced.
I think you think I am the sidekick to Harry Doyle in Major League.
Yeah.
I do talk sometimes.
Oh, that is classic.
In the second one, he says
funny.
3 words, fly ball.
You're the sidekick to like
caught.
Jeffrey Dahmer. You're like a serial killer. Seriously. I think you have frozen heads in your refrigerator at home. So.
Yeah, well, that'd be 2 of you with frozen stuff in your refrigerators.
Yeah, mine serves another purpose. Mine helps my wife out. I don't know how many people would want frozen heads. I don't know how that would work out.
Yeah, but it helps your wife out because it actually knows how to vacuum and can get around the house. And
my wife does a lot.
There moving our jib.
Full-time student, takes care of 2 kids. She made the Dean's List, by the way, for those of you that know my wife Marcy. She made the Dean's List. So, not only is she a hard worker, but it's paid off, and, she's doing great.
There's that tired-looking bowling ball I was talking about, Mike.
Which one's this? The Hessa's throwing?
No, with Brian Manini on 15, the black shirt.
What's he throwing?
That's what we're trying to figure out. Because when it makes it to the break point, watch it turn over.
It's probably illegal. Looks like a Mo Rich ball.
Manini's ball.
Suppose we could ask BV if he's walking around here somewhere.
Is Mo Purnell here?
There you go. Because it's going to roll one way, and then when it turns the corner, color flips over. Hey, now it's bright.
Oh, how pretty. 7 count.
That's interesting.
See? Put the ball away.
He's not happy with it.
Oh, maybe a DV8 ball. He's got a DV8 shirt on.
Yeah,
No.
he's on DV8 staff.
Oh, so it is a DV8 ball, not a Mo Rich ball. I'm sorry.
Is Mo Rich even still around, or they gone?
I believe they're done. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
See, now my wife is texting me. Now I'm probably going to get in trouble. Thanks, Lee.
Lee. So we've got our updates through game number 5. This was game number 6 here. Looks like almost everybody's about completed. There's a couple people that are there's one pair either really behind or really ahead. And that just happens to be this pair right here.
Jeff Carter striking away.
I can't figure out if they're behind or ahead. But they're only in the 5th frame.
Somebody was asking what ball I used in the morning online here. It was the Arson Hybrid. Kim Mann, I believe, verified that. Liz was using the Gold Nugget. I think that's a Storm IQ ball. Lee is actually doing some work now. He just typed something in. And he can't type.
Thank you, Ahmed, for letting me know about that. I think Brian's got it set on a 5-minute refresh, but I'm not real certain on that.
You know what, Mike or Lee, I went to ask you, how's our buddy Doug doing? Where's he at?
He had a 279 a while ago.
Yeah,
he's
I don't
down
think
on
they're
the far
faring
end.
too well.
We could.
17th, they're 275 over after 5.
Uh-oh. You better get on the horse, Doug. See, I got my saddle out early. I told Liz, you better get going, girl.
I'm going to have to put Doug to work later then if the whole bowling thing don't work out.
I believe Billy Isolt's on here. I see Billy.
Yeah.
Billy Isolt's the man. You talk about somebody that works hard trying to promote tournaments. That would be the man. My man is 24/7, 365 days a year.
2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock
That guy's, he's a go-getter, boy. I'll tell you what. If we had more people like him in the bowling tournament world, we'd do pretty good.
He reminds me of that perfect counter guy that asks every customer to join a league.
Oh, really?
You know, that's a dream for a general manager of a bowling center, is to have somebody working your front counter that asks every customer to join a league and explains the league to every customer.
How about that?
That's exactly that's what Billy Isolt is.
Yeah, he's, I'll tell you what, for his first year, he did pretty good. So, I mean, looks like it's going to be bigger and better this year. I mean, I think the right thing to do for him was drop that entry fee to $550. I mean, obviously, $1,100 is a little steep for some people, but $550, that's still plenty of money out there to go get, and it's going to be probably be a pretty good tournament. But Billy, the answer to your question is, my plan is to bowl with the Hammer All-Stars if they'll have me back. If not, I have an offer to bowl with Jim Hilligus' group, the guy that owns cheapbowlingballs.com. So I've got a couple doors to go through there, but Hammer would be the first choice, obviously. So.
Last year you bowled on a stellar team.
Yeah, Shana Pulowski, who was actually the winner of the Proprietors' Cup. She's not too shabby. Jeremy Hunt, Jeff Ussery, and Greg Black. So some strong bowlers there.
So I guess this pair is behind, because everybody else looks like they're starting game 7. least that's what it appears like to me.
Who's this guy on lane 12? He looks familiar.
In the crown shirt,
Yeah.
that's Tony Yarborough from
good bowler,
Southwest Missouri. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to go fix the camera.
Billy Isolt said the team challenge is sold out. 64 teams, 19 on the waiting list. So I guess that's a good problem to have, Billy, right? So hopefully Hammer and Jeff Hussery reserved a spot for us. If not, then I guess I'm not bowling. We bowl at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Someone asked,
Yep.
I believe it's Steve Harper asked. I believe the finals are at 9 a.m. Mike or Lee.
Yep.
is that
9
right?
a.m. Central Time. It's
Central Time, yes.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, 5 Hawaiian.
See, now you got to get technical.
Well, in case we got anybody from Hawaii, we've had people from Hawaii watch these before.
Oh, you should. You should have people from all over the world watching your show.
Yeah, we might.
You guys are awesome. Well, Mike's awesome.
That's so funny.
Mike, where'd you find Lee at?
Lee,
I just
Honestly,
No.
where did he find you? I want to know. How did you get on this show?
very carefully.
Lee,
Yes.
who hired you?
Well, our HR director is Doug Lakey.
Doug needs fired.
Doug needs fired? Ouch.
Well, I mean, you guys have an awesome show here. Awesome show. And he's not working. He's bowling. Bad, I guess.
yeah.
Or the team, I shouldn't say bad. He's not bowling as good as other people. Let's put it that way. But, so, Doug is the HR director.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
he claims to be.
Mike, you're the president and CEO,
Now that I can actually say, yes, I am.
and you call the shots.
Yeah.
I'll give you $5,000 if you fire Lee. Right now on the show, fire him.
If I get half of it, deal.
Yeah, that's
All right, bets off the table.
so like you know this is volunteer around here, Adam.
Well, Lee, then you're a good guy, buddy.
And Lee
I take everything back.
here's where Lee comes in really great is Lee pays attention to what's going on in the tournament a hell of a lot better than I do, because I'm constantly fixing cameras and looking at technical things and answering questions and updating social media and stuff. Somebody could say, who is this on lane 13? And I like shuffling through papers, and Lee just spits it out.
So, are you sticking up for Lee, or are you actually, I mean, that actually is true. Lee, do you do a good job? I think you do.
Lee does a good
I
job.
thought you hated me.
I don't hate you. Actually, I think you're a very good guy.
Thank you.
You do a good job. All you
Well,
guys do a
I
good
think
job.
it's time to do this. It's the 2012 Holiday Doubles Tournament, brought to you by Hammer, and I'm Mike Flanagan from InsideBowling.com. Lee Boudouris is here in the booth. He's helping out all weekend, and Adam Barta's in the booth giving Lee Boudouris a hard time. And Adam Barta is our tournament leader, half of it anyway, with Liz Johnson. She averaged 260 today.
That's all.
And Adam,
Now that's true.
Lee is the only lefty afraid of a house shot. Is that true?
This is true.
Why are you afraid of a house shot?
I don't bowl as good as everybody else.
So that's why you're sitting at the table.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's a good, honest answer.
and they say here in the chat that basically Lee bidded for this job on eBay, and he bid a penny, and he won the auction.
Damn it! I should have bid at 2 cents. Because this show is awesome. All right, so I need a prediction from you guys here. What?
I think you got to ban somebody, Lee.
Working on it.
All right. See, now this is what Lee brings to the table.
Done.
He's banning someone that was just spamming.
Why?
You see that person was spamming. Started posting about end of the world's things. See,
That's already over and done with. We don't need to.
when we get so popular, people come in and start spamming and thinking that they can increase their hits.
Nice.
Yeah, so Lee
See you later,
just,
Matt.
Did you see that? Lee just boom, gone.
Yeah. Take that, Matt.
So he's the enforcer. He's our sergeant of arms.
Lee, you do a good job. I don't care what Mike says. All right, so 2 predictions I need.
Okay.
Overall leader in the cut score for the 24th place. Since you guys are the numbers guy, I want it.
I don't think anybody passes you.
No?
No.
I do. Somebody gets to 930 over.
All right, Lee, I like your answer, but go ahead.
And 675.
675.
675. 675, and I'm going to go...
Do we have security in the bowling center? Get Dean Billings out of here?
What I say, 930 what?
I don't know what you said, because then once you said 9, I stopped paying attention.
934.
You think someone's going to shoot 934 over?
Yeah, I do.
Mike, are you on a medication right now? That's a lot.
Look at what we're bowling on.
I understand.
Have you not seen some of these strikes?
But, see, Greg Thomas, very good answer, buddy.
What's he say?
See, well, number 1, what did you smoke this morning, Flanagan?
All right.
And number 2, 659 over and Barta in this lead. 675, I think that's high.
That's my numbers.
What's where would 675 be right now after the first 2 squads? That would be in 7th place, right?
8th.
So you think 16 teams are going to beat that number? See, I think the scores would be lower on the last shift, only because there's 3 teams on a pair, and 3 teams on a pair, and I just think they'll break down quicker.
The night squad tonight is going to be sick.
I'll tell you what. Whoever's online in the live stream here, I don't know how I'll get it to you, but I will give you a hammer bowling bag of your choice, a triple ball tote or a double ball tote. I have them in my garage ready to ship. If anybody can predict 24th place to the exact number, I will ship you a bowling bag, compliments of hammer bowling.
Okay, well, here's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to type in the number and take a picture of it with their phone as proof that they put it in there, because there's going to be way too many.
Okay, you listeners, you see that? You hear Mr. Flanagan?
I'm on the board at 670. I have been since...
Lee says 670. If you guys didn't pay attention to Mr. Flanagan here, you've got to take a picture of your prediction. And Mike and Lee could take care of, I guess, if anybody actually gets it. I don't know if can you guys do that with ease, or is it too much work?
What's that?
Are you able to tell? I mean, if somebody gets the number correct,
they'll have to let us know. They can email me, Mike@InsideBowling.com.
So, email Mike Flanagan, Mike@InsideBowling.com with your prediction.
So here's what we can do.
After you post it.
How about this? You have another minute or 2.
Let's say 2 minutes.
2
you
minutes.
Have 2 minutes.
And I'll just
for your prediction.
Scroll down and do like a phone video with it, so we can have proof of it.
Okay.
We're gonna do that.
All
2
right.
minutes.
So, in 10 seconds, everybody that's posted a number, in 10 seconds after I'm done talking, you need to repost your number.
No, I can scroll up. It's fine.
Oh, you can scroll up?
Absolutely.
Okay. So.
I need the mouse that's right here.
Okay. So
2
you
minutes.
guys have
2 minutes.
You guys have 2 minutes to post your number. If you guys get the number exact, I will ship you a hammer bowling bag of your choice. Triple ball tote or a double ball tote. If there's more than one of the same, you only get one guess per person.
Probably first guess in with each number.
First guess in correct
We've also, guys, we got to update after game number 6 here. The ticker's updated as well. Jones and Marable lead at plus 593. So that's almost a 250 average. Raines and Roseman are in second at 566. Third is Brindley and Matson at 521. Fourth is Rome and Woolham at 507. Then 494, 493, 478, 460, and so on. You can check that out on your tab down below, or you can check it out as it scrolls by on your ticker.
Somebody had asked,
1 minute.
I think it's Woody Dema, what if there's a 10-way tie in picks? It's the first
one.
First one in.
All right, 30 seconds.
Greg Thomas, put your pick in anyway. We know you don't need a bag, but put one in. I think you did already, but do it again. How much time we got, Lee?
Not much.
Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. BC Cunningham, you get a pick real quick. Hurry up. Hurry up.
I think Brett already made a pick. Yeah, Brett already. All right, we're good. Just got to go back with the...
Okay.
So here, we're going to...
Looks like the consensus is right around 650 something, Mr. Flanagan.
Yep. Well, we'll see about that.
Yes, we will. All right, so what is Jones and Marable, what are they on pace for here? They're on pace for 793 over.
Yep.
It's a long way from 943.
It is.
Oh, so you're saying you think it's going to come off the night squad?
Yeah.
Wow.
36 teams.
I think they'll break down pretty quick.
I think
Quicker
George
than normal.
Gohagen and Greg Thompson Jr.
Who's George Gohagen? Oh, that's the guy that strikes forever. Okay. Yeah, I could see that maybe. His partner's not too shabby either.
We'll take a quick look here at tonight's squad. Greg Look and Chris Taylor are two guys from around town that can just strike at will. John Bogacki's going to be bowling with Tom Hartle tonight. Those are a couple guys that can absolutely kill him. Jeremy Grigg and Kyle Clark, Mike Stile and Jack Sullivan, Corey Young and Kayla Young. Actually, they might be bowling this squad now. Yeah, they actually moved up to this squad. There's just so many. Mario Martinez with Patrick Johnson, Jeremy Boyer and Roy Adams, Zeke Bate and Joe Bailey.
That's a strong team.
Chad Kloss and Eric Fritton, Greg Thompson, George Gohagen.
Yep.
Nathan Bohr and Russ Wilson.
That's not too shabby.
You know, I mean, there's just a ton of...
Greg Nittifer.
Yeah.
John Grundy.
Roseberry and Tony
I don't think
Lambert.
Philip Duncan's bowling, but that kid's pretty good. Dayton.
Yeah, so there's so much talent. By the way, we've got this right here coming in from Antonio Medina.
And plus Antonio Medina plus 663.
Yeah, but read that one too.
Can you give Mr. Barta a big hug for me? My condolences. Thank you very much, Antonio. I appreciate it, buddy.
We call him Funky Cold.
Funky
Medina.
Cold?
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that?
We just like to call him Funky Cold Medina.
Oh, yeah.
Like the song.
Have you seen the new YouTube video? Logan would appreciate this if you're still watching, Logan. Hi, Mr. Brett Shepard. That 1 pound fish video on YouTube. It's taken over for that Gotham style. You guys should watch it sometime.
I will.
Yeah, Marcy. Zeke's bowling with Joe Bailey. Pay attention. Lee, have you seen that video?
No, I have not. Sorry.
You should watch it. I think it's a commercial for selling a 1 pound fish. It's an Indian guy, not like a native American Indian, an Indian from like India.
Gotcha.
He's like, very, very good 1 pound fish. Come on, ladies, come on, ladies. That's how he sings. Very, very good 1 pound fish. I'm done singing. Marcy's going to get mad.
You could sing with Doug if you want it later.
I would love to sing with Doug.
Doug would sing the lead. You could sing some backup for us. And
I would sing with Doug, When I Think About You, I Touch Myself. I'm not sure who sings that, but that's the song that comes to mind when I think of Doug. What do you think about that, Lee?
have to ask Doug.
Thanks for the new brick bowling balls. Allowed to pick a, is it 300?
Yeah, Kirk Martin shot 300 earlier in the B squad.
Yeah, Kirk.
And he didn't even know, he thought like me interviewing him was like a recording for some video reel we might put together later. No, it's live.
Nice.
Everything here is live, and he didn't know it, but he got himself a bowling ball. So,
and you will like that
for
bowling
him.
ball. Anything Hammer makes is good, for the most part.
Kirk, if you have any questions for about it, I got a Hammer staffer sitting right next to me.
Kirk, you will love that ball. Hammer didn't sell a lot of those, but I could tell you what, for a ball that's pretty versatile with it being wood surface and polish, that is a very good bowling ball. So don't trade that for anything. You're going to like that. My wife just said puberty check if Adam sings. Appreciate that, honey. That's great.
Yeah.
Keep it up. I'll start telling some stories about you. Everybody would love to know. But my wife's a big fan of the internet. She used to be on it all the time. Not like on it as in like web surfing. Like on it like as in Skyping overseas, honey, right? 24 bullet.
That's Randy Rao.
Okay.
We start bowling tomorrow at 9. So I want to be here before that if you're going to shoe them up.
Mighty Mouse is correct. Triple X. That's mild compared for my wife. I mean, you better put like quadruple or X. Yeah. Yes, honey. Yes.
Mighty Mouse is John Worth. He's he bowled last night from South St. Louis County, if I'm not mistaken.
Is Jeremy Hunt on 20? Jeremy Hunt is on 20, Kim Man.
He's got 258 left if he can cover this 10 pin.
And he did.
And he does. He's Jeremy Hunt.
Great job, Jeremy Hunt. Hammer staff guy.
Should get him like a USVC magnet for that or something.
We could. Or we could just give him a slap in the face. Same thing.
Nah, yeah. And he blew his thumb out like a dummy.
Blew my thumb out like a dummy. How do you do that?
I don't know. He is just a little guy, so you know.
Oh, he is?
He's like 5'7".
There you go.
On a good day.
Hey, big things come in small packages, right?
Got a big rev rate.
140 the last game. Uh-oh. That's not good. Unless you have that in like the 5th.
Even the 6th is okay, as long as you strike out.
Haven't you ever seen a dummy blow his thumb out?
No.
What do you mean excuses, honey? Excuses for what?
Let's find John's scores last night.
Uh-oh, John, you're about to get exposed here, buddy.
254, okay. 201, not so good. 214, not so good. 215, not so good. 204, not so good. 257, it's pretty good. 204, or 242, it's pretty good. 140.
John, you're getting exposed, buddy. What's going on here? What was their team total?
35-51.
So how many over is that?
351.
Kim, I am not near him. I am behind lanes 11 and 12. He's on 20. So.
I think he's coming this way, though.
Am I going to be allowed to stay in the booth long enough to watch him bowl another game now?
Well,
I know you guys really want me out of here, so. And tell him Kim said, I guarantee it. He will get it.
we can take care of that, though.
I will do that. 215 average with a 140, you're right, is not bad.
But the 140 is bad.
Lee, you're the honest one. I'm just here to help you guys out because you guys asked me to be in here, so I appreciate it.
Well, actually, when our league starts back up on next Monday, my team actually bowls his team. So if he wants to shoot another 140, that's fine with me.
John, I didn't know you lived around here or bowled with Lee. Now I get it. So the harassment may be warranted. It's not as if you didn't know John. You do know John.
John Worth.
Oh, John Worth.
Yeah, Lee decided to go ahead and expose him with his 140 game.
He brought it up.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, sure he did.
Kim, I'm not going to slap him in the
last
face.
game. I didn't know that.
Somebody keeps moving the jib.
What's the jib?
That's the sky cam.
Oh.
Keep moving it around on me.
Whoever's touching the jib, you better stop it, or you're going to get a jab.
Yeah, I need to move this thing. I'll wait. So, finishing up game number 7. They got one more game after this. Then this squad will be in the books, which will take us then. We'll take a break until 7 o'clock, which will probably start a little bit late. 7 p.m. qualifying, which will go till, what do you think, about 1 o'clock in the morning?
Well, we bowled in about 4.5 hours. So, well, we started at 9, right? So that's, it took us 4.5 hours, and with 3 on a pair, you figure it'd take another hour, about, let's say 6 hours. Yeah, you're looking at
1 a.m.?
Yeah, 1 a.m.
So we'll bring you that blockbuster dandy of a late squad a little bit later. And then tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. gets it going. 24 teams are going to bowl 4 games. And then we're going to cut to the top 12 and do this round-robin match play.
So we bowl potentially 16 games tomorrow.
Yep.
So, honey, if you're still listening, assuming we make it to the top 12 and win it, because that's why I'm here, I'm probably going to see you at some point on Monday. 10-hour drive back home.
It would be a late day.
Huh?
It would be a late.
Yeah, 10 hours, and I lose an hour going home, so. But I guess if I come home with a couple thousand in my pocket, it'd be a good thing, right, honey? My wife loves to shop. Whew.
Oh, yeah?
I'm just kidding. Well, she does, but she loves to shop, but she can't. So.
Looks like we're going to have Mike Wolf and Brett Shepard coming through here as well.
I see in front of us, I don't know who that was, someone had 540, 547 for their 2 games here. See, the scores to me seem like they're tapering off a little bit. What do you think, Lee? See, you got 480, 480, 470, 420.
A couple 4-0s to the right of that.
So yeah, I mean that's what happened with us. It seemed like games 6, 7 scores kind of for a house shot tapered off a little bit.
You'll see a few teams though, just like the last shift. Catch a second wind at the very end.
Yep.
Know it means something and put a big game together. Like Eric Smikowski and PV did with 550.
Oh, this last game here?
No, the last game of the last shift they had 550.
Oh yeah.
And then there was another 550 right next to it.
Yeah,
so
the guys that are
there's still
second.
scores to be had for the end of this shift.
Billy Isolt, I don't think Pepe or Alex Cavagnaro are bowling.
Yeah,
I don't think I saw their name on the list.
Yeah, Tommy wants to know the format for tomorrow. 24 teams are going to bowl 4 games. Get to the top 12. They'll bowl round-robin match play with 30 bonus pins. Last game's a position round, and that's it.
And the pinfall is carried over all the way through.
Pins carry over the whole way. No step ladder at the end.
Yeah, Mr.
And by rule, the team with the most total pins shall be declared the winner.
Yes. Mr. Mike Wolf, another hammer guy. And who's Wolf bowling with? Brett Shepard? Brett's a good bowler.
Brett Shepard's a very good bowler. Let's take a look at. I know we've looked at these standings a few times, but Wolf and Shepard are plus 458 with 2 to go. They would need 500, 500. I don't know what they shot the last game.
Yeah, 650 is probably, yeah.
To even have a sniff, you know, really.
I think 650. I think 650 is a little high. I mean, we have mixed feelings on how the last squad's going to go.
Well, in all seriousness, I mean, anybody that's at 630 and higher should probably hang out and not worry. I mean, well, worry, but you know, there's a chance you could get in there. Anything can happen.
My buddy George Gohagen's in the house. We're just talking about you.
Sat in the booth with us last night. Did a great job filling in as always, as all the great bowlers do.
All right, Mike. I want to bet you a beverage here.
Okay.
A soda, I guess is what you guys call it out this way.
Milkshakes.
Milkshakes. I want you to tell me what you think. We'll have an over-under on what Mike Wolf and Brett Shepard are going to bowl this game.
Am I going to set the mark and then you get to choose which way?
It's your show. Go ahead.
Or do you want to? If you said,
No, you set the number. I'll take the over/under. And if it's on that number, it's a tie.
487. Was that close to the number you were going to set?
Yes. Underground, I know what that is. It's actually based out of New York. Just had a question what the Underground Bowling Association is. It's actually a bowling association that's in the New York, New Jersey, Long Island area. They have their own Facebook page, and then there's like different groups of bowling. Like they have the Silent Killers, and they all get together and have these tournaments, and they bowl lots of action and stuff like that. But they have like big discussion groups and a lot of communicating and trash talking back and forth between the groups. But it's really good for bowling. It's not anything that's like any hatred or anything like that. But they do a lot of action bowling, and they are a very, very tight group of people. They do a lot of action bowling, a lot of traveling leagues and things like that. So I believe someone in this tournament. Yeah, Underground Bowling Association. They have lots of tournaments in that on the East Coast. Anthony Pepe, Alex Cavagnaro.
It's just odd that Ben Scroggins from Springfield is wearing it.
Yeah.
Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah, he may. I know it's everywhere, but it's based out of New York, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 487.
Let me see if he throws a strike. I'm gonna take the over.
All right.
I'm gonna take the over
for a milkshake.
For a milkshake.
Now, Mike Wolf and all my guys in Louisville that support what we do and that are so nice to me, now they're going to rip on me because I put it at 487. And look, he's already looking up here.
You guys need to bowl higher than 487. I took the over.
He's got it.
I took the over. You guys at 487.
You guys are betting on 487.
He put the number. I said you guys will bowl higher.
I just set a line, and he took over.
It should really be 487 and a half.
No, just what you're going to shoot right here.
Just so there can't be a tie.
Someone else said they started
He set the rules.
Oh, that's right. Brian Zeisig is also part of that UBA, Underground Bowling Association. He's a very good bowler out that way. There's a lot of good bowlers.
Won a title a few years ago. If I'm not mistaken.
They have a lot of good bowlers out that way, but Expert Bowlers said they started a bowling blog called Team 30 Clean. So, not familiar with that, but
Okay, so
anything for bowling is good.
we have quite the developing story here now. Since Mike Wolf has gotten wind of this whole thing, he says he just looked at me with those eyes. Like, he looked more fierce about this bet than he did about winning a couple weeks ago on TV. I mean, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, he's like, pay him. Yeah, so that's great. Thanks for that. You're like, it's your show. You can set the line.
Hey, you did it.
And then I shot it, and then boom.
Come on, Mike Wolf.
487.
I know the last thing that I need is another milkshake. Oh, my God. I think he's missing a 9-pin.
Now he's going to hate me.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Maybe you made him nervous.
Well, they still got plenty of 4. I hope I can pay this because I like Mike Wolf.
He's going to pick this up. Oh, Chris Muldrow's blog, Team 30 Clean. Oh, that is right. I saw that a couple weeks ago.
So here we are, game number 8, last game here. We'll have a game 7 update here in just a little bit. Mike Flanagan along with Lee Boudouris and Adam Barta joins us in the booth. He's been in here for a little while. We're happy to have him here. He's your one half of your tournament leaders with Liz Johnson.
Yep.
I know we talked about it earlier, but what's it like to bowl with Liz?
I told you to pick that up. Liz, I mean, she's awesome. I mean, everybody in the bowling world knows who she is, but she's not just a great bowler. She's a great person. I mean, very personable and always willing to help. But so when it comes to team bowling, she's not one that you would have a problem getting along with. I mean, she's great. I mean, not one bad thing to say about her. She's 100% team bowling, 100% all the time, never gives up. And obviously it showed today. I mean, she only bowled 480 over. A little funny story with Liz is after 6 games, I told her I was 308 over and she was 309. She was 308, and I said, Liz, I'm smoking you right now. And she kind of looked at me and said, okay, well, we'll see about that. And she proceeded to shoot 279, 299. So
you motivated her perfectly.
I motivated her, and I was in the back behind the smoke screen. I was putting another saddle on. So
I think we've got more viewers right now than we've had all day. We're sitting at 260 viewers counting, I believe it says up there in the right corner. You see that? Right there, what's that say?
243 viewers.
Oh, okay. We were 260 just a little bit ago, I guess.
That's good though, right?
Yeah, we're doing good.
More the merrier. Anybody that's on, tell all your friends about it. It's an awesome thing to have, and the more you guys support it, the bigger it's going to be and the better it is for bowling. And I'll tell you what, I mean, Mike is a very modest person, and I'll tell you what, this guy is awesome for the sport of bowling, and if you guys can support these guys in any way, please do it. I mean, watch their show, and I mean, just sit back and listen. I mean, it's exciting for the bowlers. It's exciting for the viewers back home. I mean, my wife is sitting back home right now and taking care of the kids, and she didn't have to travel 10 hours with me. She could sit at home and watch me bowl and listen to these guys, without having to travel. So that's the luxury these guys provide is being able to watch all this from your house rather than having to come out if the weather's bad or anything else like that. So, I mean, honestly, I can't say it enough how much you guys are good for the sport of bowling, and I honestly wish you guys nothing but the best going forward.
Adam, let me expand on that a little bit. We've got this inside bowling tournament coming up in April, the 27th and 28th. The 26th, we're going to have a little doubles sweeper with on the pattern. And then the tournament's going to be Saturday, Sunday with a second chance on Sunday it's a split house. We got Storm on board. They're donating money. We've got $8,000 added in the tournament. And it's going to pay $7,777 for first, guaranteed, regardless of entries. Every bowler in the tournament is going to get a free Storm ball, any ball you want. $260 entry fee, 1 in 5 cash ratio. And it's going to be a big one. And we're looking forward to it. It'll be our 3rd year running our inside bowling tournament.
That's awesome.
And I want to tell you that if I pull off what I think my team and I can pull off for that televised finals, I will get home that night and watch it at my house on a projector or something, and I will cry my eyes out during the entire broadcast.
That's awesome.
When I get done with that Inside Bowling tournament the first year, I kid you not, we went to Outback, and I started getting phone calls and text messages from people about how we were able to pull this thing off, and just all of the adrenaline and all the emotion and all the build-up, whether not knowing if I could pull this off or not for that tournament. I just broke down at Outback and just started bawling. I mean, I'm that passionate about
You are very
doing
passionate.
this. You know, and it's we just took it all on and surrounded us with the right cast of characters and got the right people involved and put the right people in the right place at the right times, and we're able to do it together collectively.
What got you? I'm curious. What got you started with doing the show? What got you started to do live streaming?
I think I just watched Bowl.com doing it and decided that I wanted to see if I could broadcast myself bowling at this tournament a few years ago. Doug and I walked around with a laptop. This laptop, actually, with this webcam.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we just turned it like this.
That's awesome.
And you just watched us bowl. And we had like 40 people watch. And it just, you know, from there it's turned into this. Like, who would have thought?
You guys are rapidly growing, and honestly, I mean, I wish you guys nothing but the best. You guys...
I mean, I taught myself Photoshop. Like, I didn't know how to work on Photoshop, so, you know, I create these graphics and got to make PNGs and throw them up on the screen and all this other crap. But it's not like I've got people like that to do it. I just kind of learn it on the fly. But Brian Burkhart is the reason why this all
Oh, really?
has happened. Yeah, the web guy.
Cool.
None of this happens without him. He's the introvert, I'm the extrovert. It's a perfect marriage for this.
I hear you.
You could have the prettiest car in the world, but if there's no engine behind it,
I live my life by that. I mean,
it's
don't
like
judge a book by its cover.
it's like NASCAR. I kid you not. Do you watch NASCAR?
I do a little bit, not a whole lot, but I do watch.
Brian Burkhart is Chad Knaus.
Nice.
He is. Jimmy Johnson gets all the credit, but Chad Knaus is the only reason why Jimmy Johnson was able to win 5 championships in a row.
He is the wind beneath the wings, per se. Huh?
He is. So we have a standings update after game number 7. And Jones, Marable plus 678. Raines and Roseman at 649. Brindley Matson 599. Hess and Myers at 563. Hayes and Butler at 552.
Kim Mann, if you're still watching, your update on Jeremy Hunt this game is open in the first, 3 strikes, spare, and looks like another spare.
Vince Feeler just checked in and just texted me. Do you know who Vince Feeler is, Adam?
I don't.
Vince Feeler is a local guy from around here that bowls, but he's also a very good general contractor in that. And the PBA actually picked him up. He's the guy that oversees building those sets for
nice.
The arena finals.
Yeah.
And he just texted me. He was here in the building earlier today, but he said that he's watching the broadcast. He thinks it looks great, and if he's around at the end of April, he's going to help me with that broadcast. See,
Nice.
I've already contacted Bo Burton to come in and possibly do the commentating. And I'm trying to figure out a way to pay to have Bo Burton here to be able to do that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not yet. But I really want to. It's going to be an actual
That would be
telecast.
awesome.
I mean, I'm going to have the whole city of St. Louis bowling there, and we're going to do a telecast. I mean, it's going to be an actual telecast. We're going to go to commercial, everything.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. It's going to be
you.
online. It's going to be nuts.
Who's Justin Pizarski. What's up, buddy? Kid from Pittsburgh, really good bowler. And thank you. I bowled okay. Liz bowled better.
Adam averaged 246. Liz averaged 260.
So we both got our averages.
So you and I have our Wolf 487 team
Yeah.
It might
What do
be
we got,
close,
Max?
boys.
I got
For
some room.
480?
I got some room. That's all right, Justin. We miss you, buddy. You're missing out on a good tournament, but family's first. Unless you're my wife, then she's by herself. Right, honey? She told me she likes to be independent, so I try and make that as realistic as possible for her. That's why I'm always gone.
Adam, before we wind down here, we just have a few frames left. Is there maybe something about you that you like to do outside of bowling and outside of work that really you enjoy to do to cut back and enjoy some time away from bowling and work with your family?
Actually, for the longest time, all I did was bowl, but now I'm becoming quite the family guy. So, as my wife would say, in the summertime, I'm always running her ragged because when I get home from work at 5:30, 6 o'clock at night in the summertime, we're either going to Mill Creek Park, we're going on the lake for boat rides, or petting zoos, amusement parks, whatever it is. I always try and make it as enjoyable and as fun for my family when I'm home. So pretty much anything I could do to spend time with my family, whatever it is, I really enjoy doing that. And then we've got Blake Weston, my soon-to-be 6-month-old son. He's gonna keep my life going for a while here. With my dad passing, my wife had said he's what's going to keep you going, and with him and Logan and her, if I didn't have him, I don't think I could keep going, to be honest with you. Their support has been great. So.
Yeah, well, she obviously loves you every time you do well in a tournament. She took a picture of Inside Bowling today and posted it up.
Yeah.
So proud of you.
She is about the most supportive person you could ever ask for.
Bill Utoff checking in, who is a St. Louis fixture in bowling. He is relocated to Texas now for job promotion. He and his wife Karen are doing very well down there. He checks in and says, tournament looks great. Got a new 30-inch monitor. It's just like watching TV. Missed being able to bowl this year. Awesome job. Thank you, Bill.
Yes, Bill. Thank you.
Bill actually sent me a lead, too, at Tropicana Lanes, where I do some consulting work, and got us a lead for a company party this week, too. So that's a great story about how bowling works and how bowlers work. And if you take care of good people, they'll take care of you.
I do want to tell you, you said you have $7,777 for first.
Yeah.
I think I could find you a couple extra hundreds so you can get to your $8,000 number if you'd like to.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think... let's get him over here. Let's get Pete Barta over here.
He's down here. He's I think he's talking.
Where's he at?
No, here he is.
Come here, Pete Barta. Come here. Before the show winds down, I'm going to help out Mr. Flanagan.
I can't hear you.
Come here.
What?
All right, here you go. This is happening right
Mike
now.
Flanagan,
What about him?
my man right here. They're having a tournament in April, InsideBowling.com Open in St. Louis. It's going to pay $7,777 for first.
Yeah.
They're looking for a $223 sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
To get to
you
eight-
right now.
You have a $223 sponsor. You're now paying $8,000. Compliments of Pete Barta and InsideBowling.com. Or at NationalAmateurBowlerRankings.com. So there's your $223. Go ahead and put the webcam so you can see Pete Barta.
All right. Here, let's
Put the webcam. There you go.
Let's really get this going here. The money is right here.
I shouldn't even. I'm doing it for you, Mike, because I know Adam.
You know what?
He's been up there bad mouthing
Make
all the time.
it $225. That way it pays $8,002.
Oh my goodness gracious!
There you go, Mike Flanagan.
All right, so now it just happened. That's how we collect sponsorship dollars here. This is $8,002 for first place.
My wife says hi, Rob Gottschall.
Hi, Marcy.
Rob Gottschall
Are
says
you guys
hi,
serious
Marcy.
about this?
Yeah.
This is
And
serious.
Kim Mann said hi. That is cash money, buddy.
All right, marking it down. $8,000 $1.
$2.
$2. Yeah, that's
BC
right.
Cunningham, Rob Gottschall said, "Hey Flanagan, tell Gottschall to text me." Who's BC?
That's Brett Cunningham.
Oh, Brett Cunningham.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
You got it, Brett. I just told him. I don't know if he's going to do it because he's pretty unreliable, but I told him.
So let that be a lesson to all of the bowling tournament directors out there. That's how you get sponsorship dollars.
You work hard like that.
Yeah, that's great.
Vernon Peterson. You can have my autograph, but I can tell you it's never going to be on a $1 bill, Vernon Peterson, because I don't bet you. Especially like at things like the Boot Hill.
Beautiful.
Where you strike for days and I can't average 160. I did not rip you.
Now you're going to come bowl, right?
When are the dates again?
The 27th and 28th of April.
When do we come back from Nationals? We bowl Nationals right around then. 22nd and 23rd. So it's that weekend. Yes, I could fly straight from Reno to St. Louis.
All right, perfect.
How's that? As long as I have my wife's permission. So actually, I'd like to get this in writing. Marcy Barta, do I have permission to go bowl Mike Flanagan's Inside Bowling Open on April 27th and 28th? That'll be the weekend after, or the Monday and Tuesday, or the weekend of the week that I'm in Reno. It's going to pay $8,002 for first. Shut up, Lee.
4,001 for second now.
4,001 for second. Which we don't pay attention to second. We pay attention to what first is going to pay. Vernon Peterson, you're my hero, buddy. See, Vernon Peterson's logging on from Florida. At least I think he's still in Florida, if he's not in prison. They may have moved him. He may be incarcerated in like Colorado or something. I don't know. Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is in prison.
So an update here on the Wolf, Shepherd.
Yeah, I think you beat me.
No. They still got it.
Oh, yeah, I need a strike right here.
So what can they get to, 91?
Vernon's working a kegel in
42
Florida.
and 49. Yeah, 91 off.
Come on, Mike Wolf. It's a hammer ball. You should be striking more than 242.
Earlier, Adam and I, he made me set the over-under for Wolf's team at 4. I set it at 487. And he took the over. And Mike Wolf, with the first hit in the 10th, needs 2 more to get to 242, and then Brett Shepard, his partner, can go off the sheet for 249. Game number 8 of the 2012 Holiday Double, Saturday 2 p.m. squad. It's just after 6 o'clock here, local time, Central
Come on.
time.
Yeah!
You know they're thinking about it, too, now.
And they can give up a couple pins a count.
When Mike,
South
got a
Florida
little
can be considered
cushion.
prison sometimes.
when Mike Wolf's ball hits the pocket, it hits really hard.
It's because it's a hammer ball, Mike. Marcy Barta, I'm still waiting for your confirmation that I could bowl the InsideBowling.com Open. I need written verification, please. Logan, tell your mom to say it's okay. John Savoy checking in over here.
Something I haven't done in about 3 hours. Give away a Christmas present.
Take a pee?
Do we have one?
No.
Oh. Sorry, it was breaking up. Okay, let me try this one more time. Marcy, I need your permission to bowl Mike Flanagan's bowling tournament on April 27th and 28th in St. Louis, Illinois. Not too far from where I'm at right now.
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri. There is a St. Louis, Illinois.
It's 241 for Wolf. Shepard is going to need all of them to get the over. Otherwise, we're going to hit the number exactly.
No.
If he gets
double 8, I win.
Oh yeah,
That's
you're
right.
You're right.
That's right.
It's a well set line, Michael.
Yeah, Michael. It's going to be a well set line and one more milkshake and too many calories for Adam. Okay, Marcy. I'm done with the excuses. Yes or no? Yes, I could bowl, or no, I can't. Let's go. Now Lee, when this pops up, Cunningham, remove him. Bad boy 24, no. Oh, yes!
Yes.
Hey, Shepard. Make sure you get 8 on this ball.
There you go. Yes, you can, but you don't know what or when. But yes.
That's good enough. Yes is good enough. Let's take a picture of that, Lee. Freeze frame that.
Well, I don't know how to do that here.
The first hammer ball I've ever thrown. Wow. I believe it was the big blue hammer, believe it or not. Oh, sorry, Brett Cunningham. Sorry to jump all over you there. Pink hammer. Yeah! Milkshake for Adam.
How awesome!
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Seriously though, how awesome was that line?
Very good.
I mean, off the
I would
top
be
of my
proud.
head. It should have been, Mike. I bet you can't guess within 5 pins of what they shoot
Nope.
for total.
No. Sorry, Mike.
Well,
Just admit that you
congratulations.
lost. Thank you.
Yep. I owe you a milkshake.
I'd rather you owe me it than cheat me out of it. So, you know what? I'm not even going to take it because I'm going to say that you always owe me something.
That's fine, or we could do the signed dollar like you normally do.
Oh,
too.
my God. Wow. I don't think you want to do that because that has a tendency to end up on Facebook quite a bit.
Oh, that's all right. I like self-promotion.
Okay. Well, you're going to get it. Underground Bowling Association's representing here.
All right, guys. Well, my webcam up in the booth here has gone down, but this is an excellent time for us to go ahead and step away from our coverage
Awesome.
because we will be coming back at just after 7 o'clock for tonight's long night block.
Probably should be starting on time, too.
Yeah, I just want to take a minute for sure to thank Adam Barta for sitting in the booth with us all this time, and we want to wish you all the best of luck tomorrow bowling with Liz.
Thank you guys very much. You guys, again, you guys do an awesome job. I thank you very much for having me in here, and all my friends and family back home, thanks for listening. Tune in tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Time. Watch some more great live coverage from these guys, and support this website and bowling as much as you can. So, again, thank you guys very much. You guys do a great job.
Appreciate it. Lee, thanks for sitting in as always, bud.
No
Lee,
problem.
thank you, buddy.
We'll be
Mike.
back in just a little bit. Thank you
Thank
so
you, guys.
much, Adam. And this is Mike Flanagan for InsideBowling.com. You're watching the 2012 Holiday Doubles, and we'll be back at 7 o'clock for your night block. Until then, it'll be music, and we'll leave the cameras on for you.